What we do here is go back.
Hello there, everybody. How the devil are we all? I am very well. Thank you for asking. I am Kevin Logan, and this is the Happy Hour. I am 10% microplastics. Guaranteed, okay? And joining me as ever, it would not be a Happy Hour without her. She is 10% soy. It's Dr.
Yes.
Christy Winters.
Hey, yes.
What's up, soy queen?
Yes. God, it's taking me back to my H-Bomber days when he used to do political content.
True. Well, when he used to do any content.
Yeah, as he fell off now. Is he just not on anymore?
I don't know.
He's channel in ages.
I can't remember the last time he did a thing. He does look one video a year. It's usually very good and extraordinarily long, but it's
Yeah. I mean, I still do show people that Sherlock is shit, and it's always been shit. He just didn't realize it, and here's why.
We should point out that's the Bendy Dick Cumberbatch version, not the...
Yeah, not the classic Jeremy Brett, which is the most perfect version there is.
See, you're so American. I was thinking the books. I was thinking the original stories, Christo.
Well, no, I mean, it's about the way
and
that...
you wanted the pretty pictures.
It's a way that, what's his name? Stephen Moffat just absolutely destroys characters by... like messing up something as easy as a whodunit.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to have a character from 160 years ago be more sexist now. That's a weird. I don't know how you manage that.
Yeah, there's a great feminist critique in that takedown as well. Just Irene Adler, who's appeared in one story and yet is in every single adaptation because she's such a powerful character, and Moffat just turns her into a sex doll.
Let's be entirely honest, in terms of the great oeuvre of Victorian literature, she's the only vaguely human woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like you get two archetypes: battle axe, crazy mental bitch, or like fucking. Fainting couch Lily. Those are the two women that existed in the 18th and 19th centuries. And apart from Irene Adler, who was like...
bested Sherlock.
Bad bitch.
Actually bested him. Yeah. I was at the Ghent conference I went to a couple weeks ago. There was an LGBTQ plus art museum tour that you could sign up for the Politics and Gender conference, and I went, and I ended up not being able to stay for the whole thing because it was running long, and I wanted to there was a round table on Palestine.
Okay.
What was it? Gendering the Palestinian conflict, or the conflict of Palestine. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Did that table get bombed?
No. But one of the interesting things that
did anyone occupy that table illegally for 70 years? No,
it was pretty much like people. It's way too much to go into, if I'm honest. But in that time period, Victorian time period, and earlier, and it's kind of stopped, I think, by the 20th century, aristocratic women were often featured with dogs. Like they have a hunting dog next to them or laying at their feet. And it was to basically say, look, my wife is as loyal as my dog.
Oh, nice. Do you also ejaculate inside the genitals of your dog?
So when you were talking about, the way that women were portrayed in literature, in art, they were also, they were either, there's also the stereotypes that carried over. Or those sexist
pretty
ideals.
Grim. So you can understand why one vaguely human woman stood out as a literary character.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know why I've decided to choke on nothing. I'm not even fucking eating anything.
Just air. Just your
I'm literally
to kill you.
The fucking air is trying to murder me. I've never felt more divinely designed than when I just randomly start dying. Apologies. Anyway, yes, Christy, are we on the Kamabla train?
Kamabla Babla. Apparently Trump can't spell or speak or pronounce her name correctly, so
or
he's
type.
Floundering.
Just basic typing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, are we going to talk about the fanfic? Do you have the fanfic?
Oh, Christy, the fanfic is lined up and ready. It's ready to go.
Right.
So, I mean, you've probably already seen the news.
But we have to just say it at this moment.
Tim Walz or Walz.
Planet landslide.
Walz.
Well, no, this.
Guys,
Well, no, right. I will accept two pronunciations of this. Either
I think he is doing good.
Waltz or the delightfully Germanic Vance. Right, I will accept either of those two.
Yeah,
I will not accept Walz. His name's not Walz.
Okay.
He's got one L. Like, come on now.
I don't make up the rules of dumb American pronunciation.
Yeah. From the balls to the walls is a nice one, yeah?
Nice.
I was going to open it with, from the window to the walls. But then I'd have to follow it up with that following sentence, which just would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
In many respects.
Also, weirdly, I don't know how I feel about this, but I get the vibe, is they're selling Harris Walz hats. Have you seen how they have decorated them, or what the pattern is, or what the coloring scheme is?
No, tell me all about it.
Camo.
Camel?
Camo.
Oh, camo. Sorry, I thought you said camel. I thought, what the fuck is that? Like a Kamala joke? Is that what is this?
It's like a light taupe.
Yeah, it's just sand coloured. It's weird. I mean, in many respects, in a desert environment, that would be camouflage. So,
yeah.
you know.
No, it's like Hunter's camo. I've seen that already.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they're going to play into, A, he was in the military, and B, like, he's got this kind of country vibe thing as well. So, like, they're going to play into that. That's fine. Although I did see...
JD Vance can't.
Well, no, absolutely. But I did see... not fucking... I can only remember her dad's name. John McCain. What's his daughter called?
Megan.
Megan McCain being dragged. Because I'd seen the camo hat and I didn't think anything of it. I thought someone had just mocked it up or whatever, right? And she had said, "Oh, just putting someone in a camo hat won't convince you that they're from the countryside, blah blah blah." And someone just posted underneath a picture of McCain Palin hat in camo. And at that point, you just delete your account and go away, don't you? I think that's how it works. Yeah.
Long ago.
Anyway, so Tim Vance, who is the governor of the great state of Minnesota, has been chosen by Kamabla.
Kamabla Harris.
That is how you say her name now. As her vice presidential pick. He will be on the ticket. He is the DEI hire.
I was going to say, he is very much a DEI, but no one the Republicans are calling the white man a DEI hire. I wonder why
exactly.
that is.
Well, like Ritz or Jacobs, they had to find the best cracker. And she did. And RIP to my account because I said the C word. But anyway, so he's been hired as the VP. And to say the Republicans are floundering is to suggest that someone who is already drowned is floundering. Like, they're fucked. They do not know what to do. They are absolutely fucked. JD Vance, I mean, honestly, I think we need to start taking the piss out of whoever is inevitably going to replace JD Vance, because there's no way he makes it to election day. They're going to old yellow that motherfucker, surely. Did you see his rally today? Like, 12 people turned up. It was embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, 90 media turned up, and like 20 real people turned up.
Absolutely mental. When your followers can arrive in the same fucking minibus, I reckon, call it a day, mate. You know?
Maybe you're not the next coming. Yeah.
No.
So,
although let's not talk about coming because there are couches everywhere. Let's not go into that.
Did you see his
we'll get to it. Okay. Breaking news, that bitch went there. Just saying.
Yes, he did.
Anyway.
So what's your take on the Walz pick?
I like it. Honestly, I like the pick, but what I have to say is that I am worried because I don't know who's replaced the Democratic Party with this functioning decision-making body that's making good choice after good choice, like repeatedly now for several weeks. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Who are these imposters? And who replaced fucking Joe Biden with this shit? Now, on a serious note, I loath as I am to give her too much credit, Nancy Pelosi is pulling strings like the George Soros that the right-wing claim exists. Like, she's... Honestly, she just W after W.
Kev will not notice.
Yeah, I mean, she was so busy running the house before, we didn't really have a chance to see her flex her powers, but now she's free. No, so you're not disappointed with the pick? You weren't like hoping, you're not heartbroken it's not Pete? I know that there were quite a lot of American progressives who were like, not really seriously thinking about it, but holding out hope that it would be Pete.
Why? He's a fucking knob. No offence, but he's a knobhead. Why would you possibly choose that man?
Buttigieg, he's good. He's good on TV. He is.
He's all right on TV, but he has some major flaws. His politics aren't that great, and he's from a state that you're not going to win. So it literally is pointless choosing him.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're becoming a pragmatist in your old age. And I saw a lot of.
Well, no, look. Ultimately, the thing I want to happen, look, in an ideal world, I would despise Kamala Harris and I would despise fucking Tim Walz, right? It's understanding what the American electorate would possibly choose, and the biggest thing is defeat Donald Trump. Okay, so like I don't like Shapiro either, right? Josh rather than Ben. I fucking despise Ben, but I'm not a massive fan of Josh Shapiro. But it would have made sense if she'd also gone that route, because Pennsylvania is going to be massive, and he's a relatively popular guy. He probably would have sewn that up, so I would have gotten that if she'd gone with that as well. But I like Tim Walz. He seems like a good guy. And again, they've got nothing. They've got absolutely nothing on him.
I saw this circulating today. They're trying to call him Tampon Tim because he provided free menstrual products. Like, he signed a bill to do free menstrual products.
Well,
you really think you're gonna like make women are gonna love him more when they learn that about him? I didn't know that about him. And they're like, yeah, let's turn it on its head. Call him Tampon Tim. Explain his policies. Yeah, because like menstrual products should be like toilet paper. When you go in and you need it, you should have it.
Yeah. Well, exactly, yeah. And not just that, but like, even if you're opposed to it, at most it's a slight government overspend on a thing that you think is unnecessary.
And yeah, you probably don't have a vagina. Who
gives a fuck? Again, as we'll see with the memes upcoming, the electoral map has, not just the map, the kind of structure of it has changed to a degree that the Republican Party refused to accept. They want to just run on culture war shit as if it's 2016 forever. That's all they want to do. Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, they consider it part of the same basic shtick. It's anything to avoid talking about things that actually make a difference to people's lives. They've tried running on, like, trans kids go into the toilet, or there was 2 trans kids who took part in volleyball in the state of Missouri. Like, no one gives a fuck. No one cares about where a trans person goes for a shit. People care about, like, their job and security and fucking their kids' school and stuff. And they don't want to talk about fucking weird bullshit like this all the fucking time. Yep. It doesn't fundamentally affect people's lives day to day. So just call them weird and talk about stuff that matters. And that's what they seem to be doing, which, again, it makes me very suspicious, because this is not the Democratic Party I've ever known before. And I'm uncomfortable.
Who is it? Will Rogers has said, I'm not a member of an organized political party. I'm a Democrat.
Exactly, yeah. Like, honestly, they've shown more balls and understanding of the American electorate in the last month than I've ever seen in my entire life. It's remarkable, really. So anyway, yeah, all of this. The Republicans seem intent on just going fucking mad. As indeed is Donald Trump, who, reacting to the news of Tim Walz, has decided, rather than trying to accept reality, has just created like a weird ass fanfic situation where Joe Biden comes back.
Absolutely. Like, this is him. Like, he can't get over. Like, he actually had a good debate because he was up against somebody who was just out of like mentally.
True, but that's like saying I absolutely bested a corpse in the marketplace of ideas. Like, it's not that impressive.
Yeah, look, this 7-year-old or 5-year-old was trying to hit me, and I just grabbed his forehead and let him swing, wild, and he couldn't even touch me.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bully's dynamic, right? And that's what Trump wanted. And now he's so mad that he actually has to do a real race.
Well, not just that. It's not just that he has to do a real race. It's that he doesn't understand how to attack this issue. He works against weak opponents. Now, no offense to Hillary Clinton, who wasn't a weak candidate in a general sense.
He literally spent 20 years attacking.
Well, exactly, yes. Since the fucking early 90s, she's been absolutely mauled. So she was basically like a chewed up toy at that point. It was whole below the waterline.
In 3 states.
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, she still won the popular vote, by the way. Let's not forget that. So, but she was a weak candidate from a general sort of perspective, and Joe Biden was like a corpse. So, either that's what he needs to win. That's the way. That's the only way he can win. We saw with his fumbling as fuck as the propaganda gold of the assassination attempt. He's maxed out. He cannot get any more voters than he currently has.
There's no rally around the flag effect.
Yeah, like this is the maximum he can get. Now, with the inbuilt bullshit majority that the Republicans have with the Electoral College and 2 senators and blah blah blah, they can still win with like 46% of the vote. But he needs the statistical quirk, and it needs a weak opponent on the Democratic side. And now he doesn't have at least one of those. The statistical quirk can only happen on election day, so we'll see. But with Kamala Harris surging in the polls and getting a lot of money, and you can just tell the sea change, the complete sea change in the atmosphere around both campaigns is just almost unimaginable from where it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, if I could. I mean, one of the things, so Joe Biden was, he was a good president. He did a lot of good things domestically. We can talk about foreign policy,
just
right?
Quickly,
but no, let me finish.
2 years to the day since he passed the IRA. Just saying.
Okay.
We support the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act.
All right. He did a lot of great things. He did a lot of good policies, right? But he was running on his record. He was running on the past. And the past was complicated because of inflation and high gas prices. And he was tied, rightly or wrongly, to that malaise of post-COVID inflation, prices going up because demand suddenly comes in rushing back in. Supply can't meet it, right? So unlike Hillary Clinton, who, as you said, had we talked about, had 20 years of being beaten up. I remember the Benghazi. They had an entire committee.
Benghazi, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They dragged her in front of the committee just to yell at her, right? They talked about Benghazi until she lost, and then who cares about these dead Americans? It's no longer politically useful, right? So Kamala Harris has basically, they didn't want the contrast of her energy with Joe's slowness, so she's been in the background, right? Nobody really paid attention to her. And as a consequence, she comes with just a fresh face, and that whole, nobody really knows her, so everyone could just impute their own preferences on her views, because we really we have some idea what she stands for, but she doesn't have a record in this administration, even though they want to tire the border and tire to she's responsible for high gas prices. The fucking vice president? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know.
Get the fuck out here, right? And the other thing that's so it's actually really great, because had Joe stepped aside, there would have been a primary, and the primary fight would have been nasty, and there would have been a lot of stuff brought up, and it would have divided Democrats, and we would still be healing at this point, right? So having her become the candidate this close to the convention, and with everyone just rallying around her, because we all see clearly the threat that we're up against, means that she's been able to focus entirely on a positive message. And Tim Walz is a happy warrior who compliments her laughter. That absolutely is their kryptonite. Yeah. So you can compare Trump's American carnage to their campaign of forward and we won't go back, right? Hope and freedom, and we won't go back to the chaos of the past. And, people, if you give them a choice between being terrified and feeling terrible about America and feeling hopeful about America, they'll pick hopeful.
And if anything makes me absolutely convinced that she made the right call, here's Tim Pool's reaction. Kamala Harris chooses Tim Walz for VP in huge error.
Oh, is this going to ruin his 50-state prediction?
If 50-state landslide reckons it was a mistake, she couldn't have chosen a better candidate. Thank you, Tim, for confirming what I already know.
Is he mad? Is he going to sue Elon Musk for taking away his Civil War meme?
I think so, yes. And I think he's probably got better chances of succeeding than Elon Musk trying to sue people for not advertising. Because apparently he thinks the law means that Coca-Cola have to give him money. Apparently that's how that works.
I did look into this, because I was like, what the fuck is an illegal boycott? And it's basically, there is an antitrust law that says that companies aren't allowed to collude and agree to not do business with somebody. So it's on a level of say two companies have a supplier, and they decide that they want to make that supplier reduce their prices. So they say, okay, we won't buy, you and I, we agree, we won't buy anything from that supplier until their stock is so, their inventory is so backed up they have to drop their prices. Or it can be applied to workers boycotting, but that's not relevant here. It has nothing to do with people. Will you tell advertisers to go fuck yourselves?
Exactly. That's literally the defense lawyer in that case.
I rest your honor.
Yeah, look, I'd like to play you this 5-second clip of Mr. Musk, and then we rest our case. Like, that's it. That's like, okay, at that point, they went and fucked themselves, Elon. See ya. There's no case. There's nothing.
Oh my god. And as you know, I finally, Blue Sky it's just taking too long. I moved over to Threads, and Threads it's got a really active, progressive community, a lot of lefties, and in the last...
More like Threads, more like wokes.
Yeah, basically. I've had every time I log on, I've got 50 more people saying, a lot of them from the UK, saying, that's it, I'm fucking done. I'm not even just like deleting the app, I deactivated my account.
Yeah.
They are deregistering from X. They're like, he is causing violence in our streets. There's no fucking way I'm using his app anymore. So just the number of people that I'm sure his UK users has plummeted.
Yeah, 100%. I've seen several people say, yeah. Because it was one thing, because people don't really understand America that much. I mean, they don't really understand Britain that fucking much. But the people's understanding of like he supported Kyle Rittenhouse, and you're like, well, who is that? What does that mean? I don't know. But now he's like, civil war, and everyone's like, will you shut the fuck up, dude? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, and engaging with Tommy Robinson.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just this fucking scumbag. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, his UK advertising revenue is just going to absolutely plummet.
Yeah.
And those people aren't ever coming back until it's sold.
Yeah, basically.
That's just never coming back.
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's hull below the waterline now. I don't think it's coming back.
Oh no, I mean, he's already he's clearly in the tank for Trump. He's using that platform to promote Trump. I think it's a matter of time before Democratic politicians, I mean, again, all social media platforms are problematic. Some are more problematic than others.
Yeah.
And they just have to draw a line in the sand and say, I don't really care how many followers I have. I cannot morally use this site anymore. Find me on Instagram. Find me on TikTok. Find me on Threads. Find me on Blue Sky. And just walk away.
Find me on, what was he called? Truth Social?
Speaking of which, see
the segue. God, I'm good at this.
I did that.
No, that's why I said find me on Truth Social. I was doing the hang on. Okay. Whoa.
Another social media site.
Look.
You set me up. You set me up for it. All right.
What you did is poach the goal. If the ball was going in and you belted it in, it's outrageous. Anyway.
Yeah, thanks for the assist.
You absolute poached that. Anyway. So, Tim Vance becomes vice presidential nominee, and Donald J. Trump can't handle the situation, so he puts out this, I mean, honestly, piece of kind of, I don't even know what it is, tragic poetry? I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah. No, this is his fanfic.
This is his world where the guy who he said was so mentally incompetent he didn't know his own name last week, apparently he's going to do a coup at the DNC now.
He couldn't even do it because she's already done the roll call.
Yeah.
Because of Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson and Ohio made them do the roll call early. So this will never happen. Not that it was ever going to happen.
No.
But this is basically, if Trump had a multiverse, this is the timeline he'd want to be on.
Yeah. What are the chances that crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the US, whose presidency was unconstitutionally stolen from him by Kamabla? Fuck yes. Kamabla 2024, people, let's go. Barack Hussein Obama, crazy Nancy Pelosi, shifty Adam Schiff, crying Chuck Schumer, and others on the lunatic left crashes the Democratic National Convention and tries to take back the nomination, beginning with the challenger challenging me to another debate. He feels that he made a historic, tragic mistake by handing over the US presidency. Time out. Does Donald Trump think that Kamala Harris is the president now?
Again, he is not occupying planet Earth.
He was president for 4 years and learned literally nothing about how that role operates, how the Constitution works, how balance of power is. Like, he literally just thinks, like, oh, she's the president now.
Yeah, basically. Even though what she's doing is campaigning.
I mean, she's barely vice president anymore. She's now just campaigning.
Yes.
Like what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, sorry, right. So handing over the US presidency a coup to the people in the world he most hates, and he wants it back. No! Why are you saying this like you know inside his mind? He wants it back.
Oh, because he thinks that he can read people's minds.
But like, motherfucker, that's a lovely story. I don't know that it has any bearing in reality whatsoever. Also, didn't we all agree that name calling was bad and leads to people getting assassinated?
Oh, except when Republicans do it or MAGA do it to Democrats. We're meant to take everything.
Also,
we can't say weird.
Donald, it's a bit obvious when you put Hussein in capital letters.
Yep.
Like, it's a bit on the nose. Is all I'm saying. Anyway, so that's brainworms poetry, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Yeah. Also, he's got autocorrect on his phone because there's no way he spelled coup properly. Even in capital letters, there's no way he knows how to spell coup. So, good for him for having a spell check. So that happened. That's a thing that happened. Yes, I suppose we should talk a little bit about a messy bitch.
Which one is that?
Tim Walz.
Oh, okay.
Tim Walz. They held a debate in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, no less. And Tim Walz. Don't let us ever say again it's just memes, because it isn't just memes anymore. The world has moved so far beyond that now into a new paradigm where it's part of the campaign. And you can either get with that or you can be swept into the dustbin of history. And it seems the GOP have gone, actually, can we have the dustbin of history, please? We'll go for that option.
We'll take dustbin.
Yeah, thank you.
Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale. Had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires. And then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
Now, if he'd just stopped there, that would be fine. Because, we know that JD Vance is shitting himself.
Yes.
But, look, when you've got claws, why not use them?
That is, if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So.
He's talking about him fucking a couch.
I had to explain this whole situation to a German last night. And he was like, wait, so he didn't fuck the couch? I'm like, no, he actually didn't. This is all bullshit. They're just shit posting.
Yeah.
But then I sent him like 7 memes about it, which was absolutely hilarious. And I don't know if you saw the one of like the 2 guys arguing from, I don't know, what's it called, that like rental, there's some kind of reality TV show where the 2 guys are yelling in one
the American Chopper.
Yes. Have you seen the meme for that?
Yeah, exactly, and they're both shouting at each other, yeah. I think they're father and son, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah. Can I read you the dialogue?
Let's go.
Alright, so the fact checker said he didn't fuck a couch. They said he didn't write about fucking a couch. So you admit he didn't fuck a couch. No, this
hang on, Krista. We just had a raid, so that no one heard a fucking word. Thank you, Lesbian Hot Sauce. Firstly, thank you for going to the anti-fascist rally in, I believe, Sheffield. I did watch a bit of that earlier. Much love to you, ciao Bella, and everyone go and follow Lesbian Hot Sauce, who is a badass. True. Anyway, welcome in Raiders. I'm Kevin Logan, anti-fascist from the UK. I'm joined by But by I've only been doing a show with her for about fucking 8 years. Anyway, Dr. Christy
Like my
Winters. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing our little Amdram. I'm doing a creative interpretation of a meme.
Yes.
Between the, what was it, pawn shop guys again?
American Chopper. I believe they fix up American motorcycle vehicle things. Or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, so the higher pitch voice is the son, the lower pitch voice is the dad. The fact checker said he didn't fuck a couch. He said he didn't write about fucking a couch. So you admit he didn't fuck a couch? No, this only shows the limit of fact checkers. If he didn't write about it, it must not have happened. For all we know, he's fucking a couch right now. And then he throws the chair.
Yeah.
AP says he didn't fuck a couch. If you hadn't broken that chair, he might have fucked it.
Firstly, there's no need to have the Oscars next year. We've found our winner. Best Actress, Dr. Christy Winters. Absolutely excellent work.
Thank you very much.
Also, solid memes. Yeah, and I love the fact that it was literally, because they like tracked it to its source. There was literally just one guy went on Twitter, just made up, on page 178 of Hillbilly Elegy.
To 81.
Some shit like that, yeah. He fucked a couch. He wrote about fucking a couch. And everyone went, I can believe that. And so it just became a meme that everyone went with. Like, he seems like the kind of guy that would fuck a couch. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now people are finding pictures of him and his wife doing interviews with a couch and his writing threesome on it.
Yeah. Amazing shit, man. Love it. So that happened, and that's fun. And
Imagine
again,
being the account that did that, and then watching your bullshit just literally become part of the national campaign.
well, look at it this way, right? Regardless of who wins the next election, all of the people involved, the P's and the VPs, have all been briefed on your meme of this guy fucking a couch. That's happened. Top advisors to the future president of the United States said, right, there's a thing going around about JD Vance literally having sex to climax with a couch. Amazing.
No, like,
Amazing.
look, his handlers literally have to make sure he never sits on a couch for the rest of the game.
Yeah, no, he can't sit on a couch anymore. It's not possible for him to ever sit on a couch ever again. Honestly, I feel sorry for his buttocks, because he's just going to have to sit on wooden chairs. Wooden chairs, stones, like big rocks and stuff. He can never sit on a comfortable piece of upholstery ever again.
Oh, God, so good.
Imagine, he can't walk past like a sofa warehouse place ever again, because the photographers are obviously going to go mental with that.
Oh, absolutely. And the memers.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately turn it into memes.
Imagine if he walks past a fucking sofa place. Like, it's just... he's got no chance.
So, in order to explain this meme, I showed him the Dark Brandon JD Vance Fuck the Couch cartoon.
Yeah.
They've had to put a sensor over his butt going up and down on the couch, like Madison Hawthorne style.
Well, I did
censored out.
I don't know if I forget which account he was. Did a 48-hour marathon.
Yeah, it was Dark Brandon.
Oh, was it that one? Oh, okay, yeah. Of literally just that image, or with that animation of him fucking a couch for 48 hours. Mad shit. Oh yeah, and in Bulgarian as well, divan means like a couch. So JD Vance it just sounds like J couch E, basically. Which kind of works in English too, actually, because divan kind of means the same thing. But
Divan, yes.
Divan. Yes. Anyway, so that's about the vice presidential candidate fucking a couch. Shit. Now, before any of that even happened, or not before any of it happened, but before some of it happened.
Do you think in the debate, no, he probably can't use the couch line again. That's probably his one and only. But you just loved him to say, well, I don't really like how you couch that, Vance. What I prefer is to think about it like this.
Yeah, exactly. Or like slipping a line about the Ottoman Empire or something. You know what I mean? Like, just get a bit weird and creative with it.
Like sectional somehow, slide that in there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I was on a two-seater the other day, and there are things you can do. I'm so fucking happy to be here. So fucking happy. No, that doesn't really work. Well, anyway.
So fucking. Yeah.
Also, that would involve having to say fucking presidential debate. This is not going to happen. Anyway, so our old favourite, Christy, Aiden
which
Ross.
one?
Aiden
Okay.
Ross. Seat
Chair
sniffer. Chair sniffer.
Yeah, this is the next one. Like couch fuckers and chair sniffers. What's going on?
They're weird, Christy.
I'm kind of surprised the whole chair sniffing didn't get more play in the straight up media who covered. They should. Well, I guess it did actually on YouTube a lot, but mainstream media has not shown the video of him sniffing the chair after Andrew Tate left. Like, I think that needs to get more airtime.
You would think so, yeah.
Because they have the couch sniffer and the chair sniffer, the seat sniffer and the couch fucker. Like, what is it about furniture and the Donald Trump campaign this time?
True. Hello there, the Shrayrax, or whatever how the fuck you say that name. Hit the follow button, please. It's literally free.
Woo.
Anyway. Also, hello there on YouTube, everybody. How are we all? I'm only a month away from being able to get remonetized on YouTube again, hopefully. Maybe.
What? Do you really? How long do you have to be on before they monetize?
No, it's I got right. So
you're applied.
Well, no. Right. So I got remonetized. I got 1 month's money. Then they said you have to prove your ID. To which I was like, well, why did you pay me a month's worth of money if you didn't know who I was? You sent it to a random fucking person. What the fuck you do anyway? Right. So I was like, okay, fine. So I sent them like a picture of my passport and all that, right?
Yeah.
But in the process of waiting for that to happen, I got a 3-month. I got a strike for saying some bad things about the now former Prime Minister. So I got a strike on that, which meant I then got departnerized or whatever for that 3 months. So I can't even prove my ID to them until after that. Then they can so it's a fucking nightmare. Anyway. So I'm only a month away from being able to prove to them who I am, and then they can start paying me the fucking money they owe me. Anyway, well, it's good that you mentioned that, Alex, because we're about to watch that. Anyway, so Aiden Ross, he of the fascist and the Benito Mussolini,
God.
which they go through some of those in a second, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of feel Sam Cedar, because Sam Cedar's got a life and shit.
Yeah.
And so he didn't know who the fuck Aiden Ross was before we should point out to people who don't know. Aiden Ross interviewed Donald Trump.
Yeah, and do you know why he interviewed? Do you know who recommended Aiden Ross to Donald Trump?
No.
His son. The youngest one.
Well, that's surprising, because he usually doesn't give two fucks about his children. Like, literally, that story of JD Vance telling his son to shut the fuck up about Pokemon.
Oh, I haven't seen the video, but I've heard that he yelled at his own kid.
Yeah, no, he said he was being interviewed on some podcast thing, and he said, like, he missed a call from Trump, and so he desperately rang Trump back up and was like, oh, sorry, I missed the call, Mr. President, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, that's, you're disappointed, I was going to maybe choose somebody else, something. And his JD Vance's kid came into the room, and he's, like, obsessed with Pokemon, because he's, like, 6 or whatever, I don't know.
As kids are.
Yeah, exactly. So he said he told the kid to shut up about Pokemon for 30 seconds.
Look, I don't want to be your dad. I want to be vice president.
Exactly. And I thought to myself, but then Trump chose him as VP. So I was like, that's what I think actually sealed the deal. Showing that level of contempt for your own children really spoke to Trump on a very personal level, you know.
Honestly, and you want to be the party of family values.
Unbelievable. And he told that story like that was nice, like that would make him look more human. Mental.
Creatures. They're all lizard people.
They really are. Mutants, all of them.
That's why he picked JD Vance. He's a fellow lizard person.
Yeah. Well, obviously, look at him.
Yeah, Baron Trump. That was it. Yeah, Baron Trump apparently thinks this guy's amazing, which just shows you how.
Which, by the way, that's the thing. Anyone who was like even slightly worried that this might have moved any votes whatsoever, or the only people who watch Aiden Ross are like 12-year-old incels. They can't vote. It's not a problem.
Speaking of this whole piece of shit movement that they're hanging out with, did you see Andrew Tate whining that he was getting anti-Muslim hate?
Yeah, getting racism. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
And then brilliant. Yeah, exactly. Piece of shit. No, the racist fans I fucking developed are being racist toward me. The leopard wasn't supposed to eat my face.
Exactly.
No. Exactly. Yeah, so that happened, and then his great friend, fucking Nigel Farage, threw him under the bus because he was like, "Well, I was only spreading lies about the Southport stabber because I was told it by fucking Andrew Tate. So
Yeah.
your defence, now
Yes.
Member of Parliament, Mr. Farage, is that the human trafficker sex pest told you, and you just believe that without checking.
Yeah, you just repeated something from a guy who's currently being prosecuted for human trafficking.
Yeah,
That's your best news source. You fucking moron.
What a creep! What a creep!
And then he actually like said that as an excuse.
Yeah, no, he gave that as an
believe it.
excuse on a fucking thing. Yeah, absolute fucking. I mean, they're weird. They are. I think that's the way to go with it. I am absolutely on the Kamabla Waltz train. They're just weird. And it was
Kamabla Waltz.
Kamabla
That just
Waltz.
sounds like the what was that? The Blue Danube.
Yeah, it's
Waltz.
a dance from the 20s, the Kamabla Waltz. Yeah. It was shocking at the time, honestly. Women were revealing ankles and all sorts. It was insane. Anyway, so yeah, Sam Cedar had never heard of Aiden Ross, and what an innocent, sweet summer child he is for that. God bless him. It's a shame to see a man's beautiful ignorance of someone who we ought to all be beautifully ignorant of be destroyed in front of him.
I'm not terribly familiar with this Aiden Ross guy, which I consider almost like both a blessing but also a professional failing.
Yeah.
Because, part of the things that we try and do on the show is to reach young people and disrupt this one-way conversation they're having with these right-wingers who they don't really realize are right-wing, and they don't really realize are completely misinformed and or just lying to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this I find just absolutely stunning. This is Aiden Ross.
Trump or
Well, let's start with Aiden Ross
okay.
and just show how
Well,
this
Aiden
guy,
Ross?
Operates, because you should know. Now, I don't know if any Aiden Ross fans will see this, because we operate in separate universes, but we try and
Some
infiltrate
universes
the
that
algorithm.
Aiden's been banned off of. For
True.
instance.
But maybe that doesn't mean that his audience doesn't see him on one place and then go back to YouTube.
Hassan's tried to actually do a lot of outreach to Aiden Ross and he's not had the greatest results, I guess we could say.
Here's Aiden Ross. We're not sure who the other live streamer is on with. This is back almost a year and a half ago. And this is why he supports Donald Trump. This is sort of stunning.
Tell give me 3 reasons why Trump is better than Biden. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know if you're actually talking and you're not just a bot repeating
First of all, what happened with abortion is ridiculous. You should not be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's first of all. That's a woman's body.
You think
Yeah.
Keep going.
Political genius, Aiden Ross here.
Yeah, why are we doing this right now?
Hold on, pause it. I love how this guy, I don't know who he is, but he's like, he thinks he stumbled on something and he can't believe that this guy Aiden Ross could be this misinformed. Like, he was fishing for it, but he can't even maintain his composure enough because he realizes, like, oh my God, I hit pay dirt in 5 seconds. Like, 180 degrees wrong here.
give me 3 reasons why Trump is better than Biden. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know if you're actually talking and you're not just a bot repeating
First of all, what happened with abortion is ridiculous. You should not be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's first of all. That's a woman's body.
You think
Yeah, why are we doing this right now, bro? On stream?
you're so brain dead. You're so brain dead.
All right, Josh, do you have a sister? Do you have a sister?
Yeah,
Pause
I'm
it.
a
Okay,
sister,
now, this
bro.
is my favorite part of it, because it seems like Aiden's going like, oh, I got caught not knowing what I was talking about. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this in public. And he goes like, we shouldn't be doing this on the stream. And then he doubles down on it, trying to explain to this streamer why curtailing abortion rights are so wrong. That's why he's bringing up, like, do you have a sister? Watch. This is just amazing to me.
Yeah, why are we doing this right now, bro? On stream?
You're so brain dead. You're so brain dead.
All right, Josh, do you have a sister? Do you have a sister?
Yeah, I have a sister, bro.
Okay.
Wait, you think Biden was the one that wanted abortion to be? That's what you think? That's
He's a
like
president.
that's how that works.
He's a president. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can not ban it. What do you mean?
They genuinely don't know.
Did he
Anything.
even go to school? Did he even go to school? Or was he homeschooled?
Honestly, we need to School of Rock this motherfucker, don't we?
Yeah, we need Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm just a bill.
Also, the No More Kings. Do you know the No More Kings, where it's all white people? Because of course, you know, like you can't really talk about enslaved people, but No More Kings is another good one.
I don't really know. Sorry.
Oh, you should maybe watch it after this.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, he's not like. I mean, ironically, he's not a king.
No.
He doesn't get to just decide that shit. There is a separation of powers, my man. And Trump put like all of the people on the Supreme Court who made that decision after having lied, saying they wouldn't make that decision.
Yep, all of them should be done for fucking perjury.
Yep.
All right, bro.
Yeah, alright, bro. Yeah, okay. Like, you realise you're talking to an absolute fucking brain-dead mutant. There's no point. No point!
Yeah, he's a lizard person.
Yeah.
He's a lizard person.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. All right, so look. There's no requirement to be a streamer. You don't have to you know,
pass
any competency test
Nope.
or whatnot. This is a guy Aiden Ross has had on multiple full-on Nazis, right? Like Nick Fuentes on. He's platformed all these people, and based upon his understanding of who was responsible for the banning of abortion, at least in a bunch of states, and getting rid of the right to have an abortion in all of the states of the country. Understand, you do not have a constitutional right to have an abortion. It is now a privilege that is bequeathed to you by a state or not.
Ridiculous.
Because
Absolutely
of Donald Trump. His explicit agenda. And to be fair, the entire Republican Party.
I was about to say, yeah, Donald Trump came in at the very end of that long process of them doing this, yeah. Because I don't even think he really opposes abortion. I don't think he has any real opinion or substance to him whatsoever. He was being used by the Federalist Society to do their bit.
Yeah, absolutely. He's entirely transactional.
Yeah.
Entirely transactional.
Yeah.
Like that Ross guy, he was just gonna pardon for the libertarians if they endorsed him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or now he's flipped his position on electric vehicles because Elon Musk said nice things about him.
Yeah.
And is helping him.
Yeah.
He's entirely transactional.
Completely.
In conservative movement. A, he doesn't know that. B, he thinks the president is a king or a magician. So he doesn't know about civics, and he doesn't know about like recent biggest news stories. And let's be clear, this was number one of his reason why he supported Donald Trump. God knows what 2 and 3 were.
Yeah, I support Donald Trump because I think that rich people should pay more tax. Actually, I think giving tax breaks to rich corporations and shit is evil and bad. So, yeah. And third reason, fake tan is gay. So, boom.
But okay, you make a mistake. You go home. You say, "I need to read a little bit." I'm talking to. He's got like what 5 million subscribers on YouTube. He did at that time or something.
He was one of the biggest streamers. I think he's maybe eclipsed, and maybe that's why he's open to doing selling some spots on his show. But that's conjecture.
But you go back and you go like, I need to reevaluate things. No. I think I'll have more Nazis on and then invite this guy onto the program. This happened yesterday.
All right. Well, you could already see the game.
By the way, I'm not letting XQC off as well. The blonde-haired guy in the background with the Trump thing on. I'm not right wing. He's
yep, there he is.
French Canadian cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss it.
That's an Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
Shout out
No,
to
it's a
Mr. Musk.
cybertruck.
Beautiful.
Fuck.
Hey, that is beautiful.
That's an
I'm gonna close,
Elon.
the door
You just
really
called a
quick.
car.
Oh no, an Elon.
Check out this rap and let me know your honest
Oh
thoughts.
my god.
It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
That's Trump doing his version of the Nazi salute.
Yeah. Also, are you trying to remind him of that time that someone nearly shot him dead?
Yeah.
Like, do you not think that's a little bit irresponsible?
I want to say, if I saw that in a parking lot, I would take a permanent
When is
marker
Kev
and I would
gonna
just
have
put
Nick
a
Fuentes
mustache
on?
Trump's
Yeah.
nose, under his nose, a little
Yeah.
pencil.
Also,
Hitler stash.
well, thank you, Elliot Serco, for the bits, but I'm never having Nick Fuentes on. I would have the corpse of Nick Fuentes on. So if he ever dies, I'll happily interview his rotting, mangled corpse. Partner push 2024.
I think it's incredible. I think it's incredible.
Go to the front.
So you know what they did? What Google did is they took, or they let it happen. See the Secret Service agents?
Oh,
They're
God.
angry in there. You know? They put smiles on their face.
Right.
You heard about that?
Yeah, no.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, I know. But that's how easy it is to manipulate
It's
everything.
a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is. It's very scary. We need like a system where we can quickly fact check things and see if it's real and authentic.
Really, you cunts are going to say that, are you?
He wouldn't go on with the Black Journalist Association because they wanted to fact check him on stage.
Yeah, mental.
And right now they don't have
No, they don't.
the problem.
You know,
But then we'll go back to that in just a second. But I do have to just play you this bit. Amazing. I mean, again, they're never beating the weird allegations.
Oh, yeah.
So they did the air wanking dance.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
Well done, guys. I mean, honestly. If
This
this
the
is
dumbest
this
dance
is
ever.
youth outreach from the GOP. Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Amazing shit. Oh no, you don't need to send me that. The fascism is in here. Do not worry, it does get covered.
How about going on with that streamer who told you that you didn't know what you were talking about when it came to abortion? That would be a quick fact check.
there's another classic Aiden Ross political education.
Well, hold on, wait a second. I just want to absorb this. First off,
Fair.
I don't know if people have like been watching like some of these Tesla truck pull type of things where like the entire back falls off the back.
Oh, hang on. Well, again. Look, Christy sent me the thing. We're watching the thing. It is amazing, right? Hang on.
So funny. So do you actually watch all the stuff that I send you before?
Yeah,
like, as it comes through?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I wasn't sure if you just gonna let it.
Well,
pile
unless you
up,
send me like fucking a 3-hour bit, and then I'm like, oh fuck that noise, and I roll over and go back to sleep. But you sent me.
Yeah, the.
Here he is. Here he is.
Country
hang on.
boy.
Where's-
Just amazing.
Yeah.
What
so
a piece of shit.
they. Hang on. Where are we? Oh, hang on. Pause. Well, how do I pause this?
Maybe just mute it. I think there's a drag bar at the bottom. Or maybe interact with the middle of the screen.
Honestly, I don't know how to make that just pause. No.
We're learning.
It doesn't seem to have a pause button on it. Does Threads not allow you to pause a thing?
Our whole
I don't know. I haven't been on that long. I haven't tried to pause many things. And definitely not on a laptop.
Okay, well, I don't know why that's doing that. Hang on a minute. Well, that's on Instagram. And that won't let me do it either. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's an Instagram thing. If you can drag, like, there's a little white line goes across the bottom. Yeah, and you can drag that, but just unmute it.
Oh
Look at that.
3 fingers. It's all one piece of the body. Oh yeah, they don't use house parts for their trucks. Now let's see how the mirrors compare to the F-150 mirrors.
So Ford,
Okay. This is gonna be good. absolutely pathetic. You did not build a truck. You built a little kitty baby Little Tyke's car. Did everything that truck did. Still runs, still drives, could go across the country right now. This, not so much. Can't do anything at all. Genuinely zero effort. Let me rip the fender flares off the F-150. Oh yeah, it's all one piece. This is one issue.
I'm just saying, this is the difference between making a vehicle in a tent and having, like, union workers actually build a proper vehicle.
Yep.
Just saying.
You can't use 3 fingers to pull it off.
No.
Pull parts off, yeah.
Yeah. Also, if 3 fingers aren't getting it done, always try 4.
Just ram your whole fist up there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and then there's the other one, which again, for some reason, we'll just have to pick it up wherever the fuck it's playing. I don't know. Anyway, he does. Where are we? Like, he literally tries to pull it over not a particularly steep or big bit of land, and like the back of it just rips off. Look.
Yeah.
Like he's just trying to tow a vehicle down a relatively gentle slope, and boom, it's gone. That is fucking mental. What kind of pickup truck just has bits on the back that just fall off?
Yeah. He also did the experiment.
The hitch is hooked up to what? That thing's totaled. You're not fixing that. The truck is totaled. Like, any other normal truck could do that, and you're not going to break the frame. It's steel. Let's say your trailer, it gets a flat and then it hits a pothole. It could shear this whole thing off.
Look, that's a very small hill, and it couldn't do it. It's not a truck.
Yep.
It's not a truck. Stop pretending it is a truck. It isn't. It's a joke. It's a farce. Held together with fucking twigs and glue. Fuck me. Anyway, so that's no one knows anything more about manufacturing than Elon Musk, though. Okay.
Yeah, he basically can build an assembly line in his head and make it a reality now.
Yeah.
Look at these things.
Looking into it.
But aside from the Tesla truck being a joke,
he does that. He says looking into it all the time, Elon, because he just wants to boost fascists. So someone screenshotted it and just put something like, I'm going to open up my asshole goatsy style, and then put underneath him saying looking into it, because it's looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking into it.
Always, yeah.
Google has not manipulated the photos to make the Secret Service people smiling.
They're laughing. They're laughing at us.
They're all laughing at us.
Crazy.
Oh, it's from an action. Oh, okay. So we've got the YouTube video.
Yeah, that guy with the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes long. There's a lot, and he beats the crap out of the Ford F-150. I watched it last night. It's not like the Ford 150, F-150 also like gets some. They put C4 on it and try to blow shit up.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's really built for explosions, really. Not to be too much of a Ford shill, but I don't think they make their vehicles with explosions in mind. Really.
But we have to watch Aiden Ross learn about the word fascism, Sam.
Yes.
Okay, let's watch this.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far right authorization ultra-analytic, oh my god, ultra-analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism.
Autocracy. It's the most American thing ever. Autocracy.
Forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giovanni Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
Oh, Sam.
For folks just listening, what is an example of a fascist that came up with Hitler? And that's when he realized the trailings. Like,
honestly, I want to be inside Sam's head now. Just look at that. It's a face. It's funny, but also just disgusted bewilderment.
Yeah.
how you can be so fucking ignorant.
Like, we have public schools. I thought we fixed this.
Yeah, why are we bothering to pay taxes? These people are not learning anything. What is the point? Like, honestly, that is a man's entire worldview being questioned right now. It's just like, can people be saved? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Are we as a species
this is Sam.
destined-
This is Sam desperately fighting the black pill back. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to become Doomer, but like it's difficult in the face of that bullshit, man.
True. True.
Bruno Mussolini and Jason Stanley.
Who's Jason Stanley?
He wrote. He's like one of
an
these penguin academics who's like, this is how fascism comes to America or something like that. He's a resistance historian.
Oh my God. God, we're gonna have to.
Oh, he sounds defeated.
Yeah,
He sounds broken by that. It was so dumb. It literally destroyed Sam
broke him.
Cedar. Oh no, Sam
What a
Cedar's gonna
fucking
just go.
nightmare.
Fuck it. Why do I bother? I'm just gonna go and take loads of heroin. It doesn't. Well, the world doesn't mean anything anymore.
Jigger the show.
Cabinet member Aiden Ross, maybe being a diplomat to Venezuela or something.
Wow. I almost want to apologize to Dave Rubin, but no.
Oh, why didn't they just end it there?
Yeah.
That would have been.
I just almost want to apologise to Dave Rubin. Sick and frankly unnecessary, but still funny, man.
Yeah, shots
Love
fired.
It. Love it.
He's just catching strays.
Oh.
No, I don't want to. 646-257-3920 is the number. 646-257-3920. We'll take some phone calls. Apologies, I know we're getting to calls late.
All right, you wanna-
646-257-3920.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to that anymore. You want to hear some of the schoolhouse rock that shaped my liberal value, my progressive values, my Democrat-leaning values?
Your communism, yes.
My communism, yeah. I put it in the Twitch chat.
Okay, so this is called Tea Party Schoolhouse Rock No More Kings. Oh, so it's republicanism, it's fucking evil anti-fucking British racism.
Look, on the summer vacation, I remember like singing these songs, like on a Saturday morning after they were on ABC, like watching ABC cartoons, and this would come on, you'd sing it.
See, Dickie Brain was right about you. You are anti-white. Fact.
I'm anti-white racist.
You are. You are.
Rocking and a rolling, slishing and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? The pilgrims sailed the sea to find a...
Not a lot of detail on that boat.
No. And this is very much white bubble indoctrination.
Oh God, yeah.
This is how you raise white kids to think white people are inherently good.
But like, I mean, okay, the budget doesn't seem massive.
Oh God, no.
But I feel like you could have put a little bit more effort into the boat.
Like, I don't know, put some planks on there or something. Make it look like
it
it's
literally.
wood.
It looks like you got to that bit where you were supposed to colour in the boat, and you just went, Fuck it. It's like 20 to 5 on a Friday. Like,
it's due. Just hand it in.
Yeah,
They're kids. What the fuck do they know?
Let's just file it and get to the fucking bar, man. Come on, let's go.
This is only supposed to be shown to like children on a Saturday
Yeah.
for like, in between cartoons for some kind of credit toward the public service announcements.
Yeah.
Because using the public airways, you have a legal obligation to do public service announcements. I think this Fiddler, they had no idea this was going to go up on the internet and people were going to critically analyze their animations in 50 fucking years time.
Yeah.
No clue. This was
Yeah.
just going to be dumped in the garbage, after like 2 years.
Yeah. Although someone pointed out it's so white, even the boat is white.
Exactly.
True. You couldn't have a brown boat. That'd be crazy.
Place to call their own. In their ship they...
I wonder if anyone else was there that already claimed it.
Exactly.
Though. Like, I wonder.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
flower, they hope to find a better home. They finally knocked on Plymouth Rock, and someone said we're there.
And it's really good that they had 1620 already on that rock, considering it's a dating system they wouldn't possibly have been aware of.
It may not look like home, but at this point I don't care. Oh, they were missing Mother England.
Yeah, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. It's a good place. It's lovely. It's wonderful.
They swore their loyalty until the very end. Anything you say, King, it's okay, King. You know it's kind of scary on your own. Gonna build a new land the way we planned. Could you help us run it till it's grown? They planted corn, you know. They built their houses one by one. And bit by bit they worked until the colonies
Hey,
were
Massachusetts!
done. They looked around, yeah, up and down, and some...
Pardon?
Colonization.
Yes.
Yeah, they stole all that land. Yep.
Yeah. Not going to mention about the displacement of people who already live there? No? Okay.
Nope. They didn't
One
need
said,
this.
hooray! If the king could only see us now, he would be proud of us today. They knew that now they'd run their own land. But George III still vowed he'd rule them to the end. Anything I say, do it my way now. Anything I say...
To be fair, you did mention earlier that they swore their allegiance to the end. So, like, again, you may not like the system as it was, but if you swear allegiance and then you go against that, that is treason. That is treason, okay? Fact.
Yeah, definitely. It was
Fact.
revolution. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, and therefore wrong, yes. Correct.
According to St. Paul.
Do it my way. Don't you get to feeling independent, cause I'm gonna force you to obey. He taxed their property, he didn't give them any choice. And back in
That is how taxes work. Yeah.
Well, there's a part 2 that's the next line rhymes with choice.
Moist.
Voice.
England, it didn't give them any voice. That's
Not true. The United States, was it Continental Congress in whatever the fuck it was called, I forget anyway. There was a thing that was, they tried to have half a parliament.
They wanted to send MPs back to represent them in Parliament.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Because
though,
they were British subjects.
we don't want Americans in the parliament.
They were still British subjects.
Exactly, subjects, not like
citizens.
friends.
No,
not
no,
friends.
you were.
no.
They were British subjects.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So just stay over there and give us the money, and
shut
we'll
the fuck up.
Yeah, and we'll leave it there. Yeah. It's a very good system for us. It's fine. Yeah.
called taxation without representation, and it's not fair.
But slavery's fine.
When the colonies complained, the king said, I don't care. He even has the nerve to tax our cup of tea. To put it kindly, King, we really don't agree. Gonna show you how we feel. We're gonna dump this tea. And turn
Absolute monsters.
I want you to understand that all Xers know this song.
Yeah.
Like, this is a cultural shared thing that we all. This is how we learned our history. Basically.
This is. I mean, they're trying to make it look noble, but they threw so much tea away.
Oh, also, and they dressed up as Native Americans because they were afraid of getting busted.
Yeah. Animals. Absolute fucking animals. Also, a bit of milk is all you need in that. You've got, it's literally brown, lads. Come on now.
Turn this harbor into the biggest cup of tea in history. They wanted no more Mother England. They knew the time had come for them to take command. It's very clear you're being unfair, King. No matter what you say, we won't obey. Gonna hold a revolution now, King, and we're gonna run it all away with no more king.
We're gonna elect a president.
No more king.
He's gonna do what the people want.
No more king.
No black people.
Yeah, anyway.
Or, nope, all white people. No Native Americans.
Don't try and fucking... This is the same piece of footage from the fucking start.
Yeah, but they colored it in more now.
I don't think they did.
They got a flag.
Oh, they got a flag, to be fair, yeah. Okay, I'll let them off.
And what can it be? Looks like it's going to be a free country.
If you're white and male. Yeah, you could. Yeah. So that's the white bubble, that Xers were indoctrinated into. Like even children of color, of course, would have seen that narrative. They don't see themselves, but they're taught. Yeah, those are the heroes. Those white men who owned slaves. Yeah, they're the real freedom fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was shit. I don't know what else to tell you. That was rubbish.
Oh yeah, the 70s folk music was. Oh, we should also do. We were suffering until suffrage. Not a woman here could vote, no matter what age. Then the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule. Oh yeah.
Someone kill me. What the fuck? No, we're not doing
Lord
any of
Frites
that.
donated $3.
1 second.
What did the magician from Boston say to the fisherman? They said, pick a cod, any cod.
That's fucking rubbish. Thank you, Lord Fritus. That joke. I'm not even going to repeat it for Christy. That was shit. You've embarrassed yourself and you've embarrassed me, and that's far more important.
All right, so I'm starting to fade a little bit, so I can stay for like another 10-15 minutes or so, and
No,
start
you
yawning in your ear.
No, you can piss off if you want.
Oh, what do you have up next, just so I can decide if I want to stay?
I don't really know. I was going to look through the stream suggestions and whatever. When we go, one thing I did have was a David Pacman bit about the potential multiple crimes that happened on the Aiden Ross Trump stream.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. Potential crimes. Now you have my attention.
Yes, yeah. So, let's have a look.
During this live stream involving Aiden Ross and Donald Trump, which they're claiming was the #1 live stream of all time because it had 500,000 live concurrent viewers, there have been many.
Yeah, I was about to say there were loads more than that on some. Yeah, that's bollocks.
Yeah, well, they can say whatever they want and they'll still be wrong. Look how old Trump. It looks like a corpse there.
Look, yeah. I wonder if Aiden Ross wants to get an instant fact check on that claim.
With more concurrent viewers. I don't know why they're saying it was the #1 live stream ever. Let's not even worry about that. There appears to have been a number. There appear to have been a number of crimes committed, and it all relates to gifts that Aiden Ross gave Trump, starting with an expensive watch. Take a listen to this.
I got you a gift. Well, a couple gifts.
Oh, good. That's good.
I'll show you another gift. I'll show you, the second gift.
Can Trump even drive, by the way? Does he even have a driver's license? Can he even do that?
Oh, I don't think he's driven other than a golf cart.
Well, yeah, but you don't need a license for a golf cart.
Yeah.
And it's private land, so I don't even think you'd need a driver's license for a car, would you? Anyway, regardless of that, I've never seen him drive, and yet he bought him a car. Like, I mean, come on, my dude. If you want to ride the dick that hard, there's plenty of gay clubs around, my man. Let's, Look, come on. I honestly don't see the Trump appeal. I genuinely don't get it. I don't understand why people like him at all.
Yeah, but I don't think you understand the way that, like, because you would never follow an evangelical preacher in a sort of like daddy mode, right? Someone who can show you the way and make sure that you're kept safe and make sure that you're saved, right? That level of, if I just follow Billy Graham, I'll go to heaven. Right?
True, but like Trump's so obviously the devil. Like, I don't. It's like he literally can't even name a book of the Bible he likes.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians.
Yeah, that'll do. Fuck it. Yeah, go on then. And the religious must know that. They must see like a charlatan, surely.
By the way, remember the people in the UK? It's an hour ahead here. I'm not going to bed at like 9:30. It's like quarter after 10, and I still have to wind down for the night. I'm not going to bed.
I know. I don't think anyone.
10 o'clock. No, people that.
Oh, someone having a go. Okay. No, leave Christy alone. She's just a lazy bitch. Come on. No, I'm only joking. No, I made us an hour late. But in my defence, as a white man, I've never had to be competent, so I'm not used to it.
Yeah, you always think that when I say 8, we say 8 my time, 7 yours, and then when I say, like, always, and we always start at 8 o'clock, but the one time I just say 8, you're like, 8 my time. No, 8 my time.
Well, I was hungry, and I was like, oh, that'll do. Look, yeah, I can do 8 o'clock, and so I'll have some food. And to be honest with you, I was enjoying that food. I wouldn't have enjoyed it if I'd known you were waiting.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah,
That's-
I was waiting for 15 minutes because I got there 5 minutes early because I've been a bit late lately.
True.
A bit later. But I did get you a gift, and I got you this gift because, look, you are, I feel like you constantly get beat on, but you're so strong, and you just, like I said, you live for the people, and you're...
The fuck are you talking about?
He lives for himself.
You absolute twat. And he won't be 47. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Here, I wanna present to you this gift right here. I hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Oh, that's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
Should I open it?
You should open it, and then show the camera.
Trump says it's a beautiful watch, but the box is not open.
That's a great watch, actually. Good
It's
company.
gonna go in the garbage.
There's good company.
You like Rolex?
They like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the
golfers
Oh,
from when
God,
you were
the
young.
70s. Yeah. Fucking hell.
God damn.
God, he's old.
Yeah.
guys and all the other guys too. I do. This is beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Don't they have nice packaging?
They do.
Do you
Really,
think
really
he
nice.
sniffed Trump's chair?
I would imagine so. Look, if you were the kind of person who was into sniffing chairs, if you were going to sniff Tate's chair, Tate's taint, you would definitely go for the Trump taint as well, I think.
Yeah, but he's got adult diapers on in between, so it's a little harder, maybe.
True,
Or-
but with the amount of build-up, he doesn't need to be sat there much longer before he starts leaving a stank, I reckon.
Yep.
There's bound to be some seepage.
Yep.
Wow, that's so nice.
This is cringe.
Oh, should I show that to the audience?
Yeah, they can see it.
Yeah, but that's so low grade. That could be a fucking a $2 watch. I
Yeah,
can't
he
tell
got it off
from
the
there.
street.
I have
Got
no
it-
idea. Yeah.
Got it off from a guy wearing a trench coat.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now I know it's.
All right, so a very expensive Rolex watch, and then also Aiden Ross during this complete Gong Show live stream gifting Trump a Tesla Cybertruck.
All right, well, you can already see the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss it.
That's an Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
That's an Elon. They
Yeah,
literally
that's
just
Elon.
they've got the brains of 5-year-olds. They know Elon. Elon's only 4 letters, so they can manage that. And like Elon's the only thing like he's the person they know.
Yeah,
So
well,
that's
he-
an Elon.
It's like Tim Apple.
Tim Apple. Tim Apple. Oh, it's so fucking
Remember?
Tim Apple. Oh, I love it. He's such a brain dead cunt. And I genuinely, I am absolutely convinced that his obsession with the late great Hannibal Lecter is because he knows he was in an asylum, and so he connects that to asylum seekers or something. Like that's in his head. Like it's like if you melted a brain and then mixed it up in a blender or some shit, and then put it back in his head. All the different bits of the brain that are supposed to compartmentalize information are now all mixed up.
Yep.
So it's just the word asylum, an asylum seeker, and Hannibal Lecter is a film he watched that he liked, because as a sociopathic fucking mental case, he associated himself with the Hannibal Lecter character. He's never quite felt like a real human either. So yeah, it's just weird, like Mad Libs as a political ideology, basically.
That's his brain. Mad
Yeah,
Libs at this
yeah,
point.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Musk.
That's beautiful. Hey, that is beautiful.
Am I going to close the door really quick? Just I want to show him the wrap. Sure.
Also, someone said it looks like the Grinch is on the other side. I think it's just a weird tree or something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Check out this wrap and let me know your honest thoughts.
I think it's incredible.
I think it's incredible.
Of course, he's a narcissist.
Go to the front.
The car is wrapped in with Trump's picture.
So you know what they did? What Google did is they took, or they let it happen. See the Secret Service agents here?
Yeah.
They're angry in there. They put smiles on their face.
Right.
You heard about that?
Yeah, no.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, I know. But that's how easy it is.
So even when he's given a very expensive gift,
Yeah.
it's like clearly very personal, and like Aiden Ross wants him to like it, he still has to whinge and play the victim, even when something really nice has happened. Like he's been given a nice big gift,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, they were mean. AI was mean to me.
Because he's a permanent victim.
He's a fucking absolute hemorrhoid.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so a second gift for Donald Trump. Now, this all appears to be against the law. Brendan Fisher, Deputy Executive Director of Documented, which is a watchdog group tracking money in politics, says the gifts appear to have been provided to Trump in his capacity as a candidate and because he's running for office. Therefore, the
hang on, you can't say it's in his capacity as a candidate just because the guy was wearing a "Make America Great" hat. Okay, that's outrageous to make any connection between that guy with the hat giving him these gifts and him saying that was part of the candidacy. No, wrong, woke. Next. See, I could get a job as a Trump lawyer.
There you go. Yeah.
And he wouldn't have to pay me any more than he's currently paying me because he never pays his lawyers. So, you know.
True. You're not going to make... Yeah, ask Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, exactly.
Bankruptcy hearings.
R.I.P. Rudy.
These are campaign contributions. And there is no history of exchange of gifts between Aiden Ross and Trump, which also bolsters the case that these are...
Well, does sniffing his seat count as recompense? Is this an exchange of goods and services?
Yeah, services being the operative word there.
Yeah.
Campaign contributions. Campaign contributions are, of course, subject to FEC Commission rules. $3,300 per election per individual. And these are gifts in the tens.
Yeah, I was about to say both of those gifts individually would break that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A proper Rolex like that is many thousands of dollars, and a fucking Tesla costs an absolute bomb.
Yeah, yeah.
Which, ironically, you need. Yeah, but you can pull it apart with 3 fingers. So.
Was he? I don't think he was given the Cybertruck. He was just showing him the wrap, right?
No, it was a gift. He gave him the car. God. Yeah, that's why I asked. Like, can Trump even drive? Like, why would you give him a car?
He couldn't fit in there.
Like, it reminds me of this is just for British people, but the old show Bullseye, where they used to have on people from like Widnes or something, and they'd win like a fucking speedboat at the end of the thing. You're like, they don't live anywhere near the sea, or like they live on a council estate in fucking Greater Manchester. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what are they gonna do with that fucking vehicle?
Pay tax on it?
Yeah, I was about to say, it's going to cost them a fortune to insure and tax.
They're going to sell it just to
and it's just going to be, yeah, exactly. It's going to be one of the most expensive garden ornaments you've ever seen, and it's just going to rust. It's rubbish.
If not hundreds of thousands of dollars, the Cybertruck at least at one point was worth about $100,000. I think the value does seem to be collapsing relatively quickly, but regardless, the most likely. So this is against the law. Period. It's against the law. How will Trump get out of it?
I feel like I need to show Christy Bullseye. Did you ever watch Bullseye? Was that a reference point you ever got?
No, I didn't. I mean, I vaguely remember. No, I don't have any direct memories of it.
It was honestly, it was the most British thing that's ever happened, I think.
Okay.
Bullseye. I'm just going to put Bullseye in and see what comes up. Here is an episode from 1981. Okay. Oh. We won't watch the whole thing, but I'll give to give you some snippets.
Yes, yeah. Give me the flavor of it.
So it's a darts-based quiz show.
Of course,
it's already good, right?
It's so British.
They'd have 3 teams of 2 people. One of them would be the clever motherfucker, although clever is all relative.
Relative, right?
And they'd answer the questions, and then the other person would be the darts player. And they'd have to hit specific parts of a dartboard to get the right type of question they want. So the person would say, "I would like literature, please," and then the darts player would try and throw and hit literature.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And they never would, and it'd hit like fucking entertainment or something, and they'd have to answer an entertainment question. And it was this whole fucking thing. Anyway, it's just so dumb.
Wow, this is 70s. Oh my god, what the fuck am I looking at?
That's Bully. That's Bully, the fucking mascot of Bullseye.
That is basically a slightly better shit animation than that Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh yeah.
So 70s.
But this was on like mainstream, like Sunday night entertainment. This was like one of the biggest shows in the country.
Well, you got the sizes right.
Yep.
What? Is that nipple?
Yep. Nipple.
What?
Standard nipple.
Cartoon nipple.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome your host for the evening, Jim Bowen?
Can I just point out, sorry, can you pause it? With a cup size that large, it's irresponsible to not wear a bra.
Yeah, you need nip. You think of your back.
Yeah, well, just think about just like bouncing around. If you have to move around the bar a lot and lift a lot of things, it's just not practical to go braless with over a C cup. You know?
Yeah. You're gonna get nailed on copyright on YouTube. Well, if I do, then I do. I don't fucking care.
What
Anyway,
are you gonna do, take away your money?
Yeah, exactly. Give me less than nothing? I don't think so. Anyway, so this is
on YouTube.
Well, exactly. I know. This is Jim Bowen, who's like an old school comedian guy who became more famous by doing this.
Okay.
And he's probably only about 40 in this.
Get out.
I swear to God, he wasn't even that fucking old at this point, but yet looks like this is a man who spent his entire career in smoky comedy joints.
True.
Getting
Working
absolutely
man,
bladdered
yeah.
and shit. Like, he's,
Working men's clubs kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome to Bullseye. It's a game about the nation's most popular indoor sport. It's a game about general knowledge and about the skill of dart playing. And it's a game which involves the winning of cash and some super prizes. Let's get on with it.
Oh, I need to show you the super prizes as well. Like, the end final prize was always like something big, like a car or a motorboat.
Yeah.
But most of the other prizes were so 80s, it was untrue.
Were they like a year's supply of turtle wax?
Yeah, really dumb shit like that, or like
A year's supply of rice-a-roni, the San Francisco tree.
here's a lovely set of bone china, or like here's a cupboard. Like just such basic shit.
A little fucking boot sale.
Yeah, literally like just some old tat.
Let's introduce the first couple tonight who want to play with us in Bullseye. From Port Talbot in South Wales.
Oh my God! What are they wearing?
That's darts.
Oh my God,
the
they give them
dart shirts. Yeah.
They give them team shirts. Yeah.
Oh no, they don't. No. They don't give them team shirts. They have decided to wear these shirts because some people, a lot of them would turn up in like 80s tracksuits and shit. They didn't get like crazy dressed up or anything.
Yeah.
They didn't get tarted up for the box. They just went, we'll just wear whatever we would wear to the pub.
All right, lovely to see you, Alan. Nice to see you from South Wales. Whereabouts in South Wales?
In Port Talbot.
Port Talbot, yeah, that's great. Do you play for a club or a pub?
Yes, just an ordinary pub.
What's the name of the pub? We better mention it.
Talbot Hotel.
And what about the general knowledge bit? Are you into the general knowledge bit?
We train, aren't you? All the time.
You're in there tonight. You're really going to have a go.
It's belting fucking content, isn't it?
I am riveted. I am.
Absolutely
my eyes
amazing.
I'm not yawning at all.
No, it's amazing. Anyway, so they meet
So
these
let's see the
two.
prize. Oh yeah, they don't have. Oh, they must feel so stupid they didn't come in a.
Exactly, mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these two. I mean, he's definitely a serial killer. He's in Belmarsh now, still serving a fucking 2 life sentences.
Look at the curls in her hair.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at it,
she
how
probably
curly,
paid
wow.
a fortune for that do. Because there's no way they had like professionals behind the scenes on this show. Fuck me.
No. She went to the hairstylist earlier.
And then these two.
Oh wait, I thought it was not 2 versus 2. Is it 4
No,
on
no.
4?
It's they have 3 teams of 2 people.
Oh, okay.
So each of these is a team. These 2 people, right? And here we go. He's going to explain the game.
Because we've got these metal concentric circles, and all we're going to ask the players to do is come up to the hockey here, and the dart players throw 1 dart each, and it's nearest to the bull goes first, second nearest, second, and third nearest obviously goes last. All right? So it's first of all, come on, die. Try and...
Anyway,
all
so
right, that's lovely. Sit down, Gordon. Lovely. Now, we did say to you that the game was about general knowledge. And what's going to happen now, this board is going to revolve, and when it turns round, you'll see exactly what I mean by general knowledge. Because the game's about...
Look at
allying the
this.
skills
They spent the entire budget on this spinning bit.
of people answering questions correctly
I
and
feel like
throwing
this is the
darts
same
accurately.
studio where they did
And you see
Have
when
I
you
Got
see
News
this
for You?
super board
Probably, yeah.
that it's not a normal dartboard. It's got a difference. Instead of having numbers, it's got subjects.
Can you pause it?
An extension
Do
of...
they do this explanation every fucking week?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a
Talk about
half-hour
filler.
show, and 10 minutes of it was this wank.
Yeah, how many minutes are we in already?
It's 5 minutes 15.
You could literally just like the show starts and then go get your kettle on.
Yeah.
And sit in the kitchen and have a bit of a chat while it's on the background because there's nothing's going to happen for the first
A sixth
5
of the
minutes.
show has happened, and he's now explaining the start of the show. This is the very first bit that actually affects anything in the show whatsoever.
My tea would be cooling and my biscuits would be on my, saucer at this point, just settling into the lazy boy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, this is belting stuff.
The board shows us that within the subjects we've given values of £20, £10.
Anyway, we get the idea, Jim. For fuck's sake, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Press fast forward. The fast forward didn't exist in the
Right. So
1970s.
these three are the ones doing the general knowledge for each
Okay.
team, right? And then so they'll go like, oh, he wants places or whatever, right? So your man's got to come up and hit places for him.
Can he do it?
He's throwing the dart. He's got the bullseye.
Oh, okay.
You can choose any question you like, Alan, of any value for £50.
£10 on places, please.
£10 question on places.
So he's got it right. You choose the easiest question on the bit that he wanted. Nicely done. He knows. He knows.
For £50. Name the most famous pass on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border.
Khyber.
The Khyber pass for £50.
Wow. No American could get that.
No.
Very few, I'd say.
That's only because there was a film called Carry On Up the Khyber.
Oh, it's
So,
a
yeah.
carry-on film. That's how they knew.
That's how they know.
Cultural reference there.
I'd like to try a £30 question on books, please.
£30 question on books. Gordon?
Go on, Gordon.
In we come.
You can do it, bro.
£30 on books. It's flashing for it.
I believe you. Come on.
£30 question on books.
So nervous. Come on. Whoop.
And he's thrown.
Oh, you twat.
He's got your
just
£10
over the
question
line.
on myths. That's very good. Right. £10. What did the Gorgon Medusa have in place of hair?
Wriggling snakes.
Exactly right for £10. So you.
Right, so you get the
Wow,
idea.
riveting.
Right? Riveting television, right? So this happens, and they go around the fucking board and all that bollocks,
Yeah.
right?
I know what I'm going to fall asleep to tonight.
Yeah, exactly. It's belting entertainment. So we just skip through, and so far, what's the most that one of them's won? 100 quid or something? Which back in 1981 was probably quite a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm sure it's probably
60
worth, like,
quid. 60 quid. Fuck me. Okay. That's probably a week's wage, though. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'd probably be like 600. I mean, inflation has been. Like,
So they get
very aggressive,
they get an etched pen with bullseye on it, and then in later episodes, when Bully became like a big thing, they had like a statuette, like a plastic statuette of a bully that you'd win if you were one of the two
Oh my
losing
God.
teams, right?
How long did this run?
Oh, this was on for like 35 years. This was one of the most popular shows in British history.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hang on. I'll give you the exact Bully years.
Go to the wiki.
Yeah, there's got to be a fucking Wikipedia on Bullseye.
Oh, absolutely.
British game show Bullseye. It ran for
Miss Pyre's got it in the chat.
1981 to 1995, but then it came back in 2006. So it's been
nostalgia for the
yeah.
Xers.
The original series was 351 episodes, including 10 Christmas specials.
They did Christmas specials.
Of course they did. Again, it was one of the biggest shows on the TV. I guarantee, 'cause especially pre-internet, those Christmas specials did numbers you wouldn't believe. That would have been tens of millions watching.
Well, if anyone ever quips about Bullseye again in a panel show, I'll know what it means now.
You will. Anyway, so this is right. So we get to this is the actual darts board bit, right, where they get to maybe win
And the winner of each round entitles his partner to answer a question worth either £25, £50, or £101. And remember, we do that for 3 rounds. And the couple with the highest total go through to the final. So it's the darts players. In you come, die. We'd like you to throw 3 darts here, as high as you can, because we want you to get the question for your partner. Die to throw.
Oh, nice!
60.
Belter.
60.
Oh my God, he's got a ringer.
Yeah.
That's 20, an incredible score. Well.
Yeah, you can tell he spends hours in the pub.
Yeah, also the other bloke's
He doesn't
like,
have
you
anyone at home.
absolute prick,
He's
I'm going to
single.
score 31. This is ridiculous.
160, man.
No, 140. You're shit at this, Jim. Fuck me.
That's 140. 140.
Someone in the background waving. 140, you prick.
140. Yeah.
Now, Gordon, it's all down to you also.
Oh.
Stay out of the black and into the red.
Good start.
Nothing in this game for two in a bed.
Oh, okay. What?
18.
Oh, you've already lost me.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's 1. So sadly, it's not enough. Only 39. So it's, here we go. It's Alan. You can have a question worth £25, £50, or £101.
£25, please.
Very cautious start, Alan. For £25, a general knowledge question, this. What is the name given to a triangle with 2 equal sides?
Isosceles? No?
Isosceles is just in. He was just inside there, but no, all of you. £25
There you go.
goes to Alan and Bob. Well done.
You really got those 25 quid, Kev.
So we're into round 2, and it's die to
Anyway, you get the idea with the thing, right?
Somebody there knows him from music. Dart. Whenever the hockey, take your time because there really is a lot riding on this one dart. Whenever you're ready.
So they must have tied then. Oh, he's nailed it! This guy's a pro. This guy's a ringer.
Yeah, he does. He spends every night in the pub.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Now, you're in the ball. You're in the ball.
Yeah, you've lost already, mate. Who
Yeah,
cares?
mate. Yeah, don't.
Oh, good effort!
Ooh. Much better at the centre than he is at the.
You can go for what
60.
you like here now.
Yeah.
You're safe, Alan. But are you going to listen to them?
No, I think we'd play safe. 25.
25 pounds, if you would, because they're a bit nice, these. It's some tungsten darts, they're bullseye darts, and they really are very, very good. And a souvenir chalk holder, which you can put your chalk into, do your adding up. And the same for you, Gordon. Thanks.
Absolute tat.
Now listen. Oh my God, there's more. All right, I gotta tap out.
Oh, you can't. No, I need to show you the prizes.
Yeah, I want to see the prizes. Would they bring in like a second person to like just?
Yeah, that's Eric Bristow, the former world champion.
Oh God.
Darts player. Anyway, oh, here's the prizes. The prizes, right?
Oh, is that a
First
Polaroid
segment
camera?
is champagne. In 2, a vacuum cleaner.
Look at that! Look at that fucking thing! Oh my!
My grandmother had one.
Exactly, it's mad.
In 3, a pen and pencil set. In 4, a dishwasher. In 5, a camera. 6, a music centre. In 7, a workbench and toolkit.
Oh my God!
In 8, a radio alarm.
That's a better prize! What the fuck? They're building up.
Honestly, they went to the fucking boot sale. I tell you.
And if you manage to get the dart into the bull there, you win the bully prize tonight, which is a colour television.
Oh, with a cabinet, with a door and every fucking thing. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's got like buttons that you gotta push.
And they do they do the reveal on this one? Because later on in the show they say, "Here's what you could have won," and it was like the main super duper prize.
Yeah.
Oh, and here it is. Hang on, right. Oh, they won it. Oh, okay, good for them.
Well, that's good.
And it's just like a shit car. They won a shit car. Good for them. God bless them. Anyway, that was
amazing.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
That was a cultural phenomenon.
It was.
That went on for well over a decade.
Yeah, mental shit.
And with that.
Yes.
That was Kevin. You opened my eyes to a whole new world.
Well, Christy, you will never see Britain that way again.
I hope not.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if these thugs have their way. They'd probably rip everything down and take you back to the post-war reconstruction.
Also, that's who's to blame for the animation. Graham Gartside, apparently. That
Yeah.
shit animation. You
Gotta
fucking
pump that out weekend. it was
melter.
do it on Monday. Did it all weekend long.
True.
All right, well,
Anyway.
you enjoy- yeah.
Yeah, you nip off and I don't know. I might see if Britain's on fire.
All right. Yeah. Check that out, and we'll see each other on Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone go and follow Christy on the various platforms.
Yeah, mostly Threads now. I have to update my stuff on my YouTube channel. I've got housework. I can do that this weekend. Like, that'll be my cleanup stuff. But yeah, thanks everyone in the chat, and have a great night. And talk to you on Friday, Kev.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do my thing.
Oh, it's goodbye from Christy, but just goodbye from Christy. Say just goodbye, Christy.
Just goodbye, Christy.
She did just a bit.
Woohoo!
God bless her. What is this nonsense from 255? Oh, it's a knockout belter.
Before, he could never get to grips with it. I knew we were in for mayhem, and I just laughed.
Didn't this motherfucker get sent down for nonsense? What was his name? Stuart Hall. I'm sure he got done for nonsense, didn't he? Have you sent me fucking nonce material? 255. Child sexual abuse, prosecution and conviction. You have sent me a fucking pederast to watch. Three historic counts of indecent assault against a 16 and 17-year-old and a 9-year-old in 1983 and a 13-year-old in 1984. 255! What on earth? What are you doing? Do not send me fucking paedophiles.
Still really only once.
I'm not I'm not having it. I don't know. Well, I'm glad I checked. Yeah, 1970s TV presenter, there's a fair chance he's nonsense. That's the only reason I was happy playing fucking Bowen. Because he definitely didn't get fucking... he didn't get done for any, you know, Jim will fix it type activities. Oh. Fucking hell, 255. Please, for the love of God, check. Oh, what's Jimmy O'Brien up to? Let's have some fucking liberal nonsense, shall we?
Story in town, although developments, of course, continue apace. Rioters now being warned that they could face terrorism charges, and also...
I think they should fucking face terror. They're doing terrorism, so, like, yeah, they probably ought to be done for terrorism, yeah. Don't you just love the quiet?
That they can expect rapid sentencing, something that a character called Dylan Carey already knows about. He pleaded guilty yesterday at Liverpool Crown Court to violent disorder. At Liverpool Magistrates Court heard that a hostile crowd of around 200 people had formed in the area and began throwing items towards the mosque. They also chanted, "Who the bleep is Allah?" and shouted at police officers, "Why are you protecting them?" So, I mean, that immediately throws up a couple of questions, doesn't it, for people caught up in that kind of violence. Where did they get the idea that the killer of the 3 little girls in Southport was a Muslim? Why would they otherwise bring Allah into it? And where on earth did they get the incredibly toxic and dangerous notion that the police were somehow complicit in keeping information from the public?
Well, former LBC employee Nigel Farage being one of those places.
This guy being monitored by the security services. Some reports say he was, others less sure. The police say it's a not.
See, me, No Justice and I pointed this out at the time. That kind of mealy-mouthed shit of like, some reports says he is. Well, some reports say that you suck off donkeys. Nigel. Mr. Farage. Some reports say that you like to gargle the balls of donkeys. Others are less sure, but some have definitely surmised that that's actually a thing that happens, you know? I can't possibly say, of course.
Non-terror incident. Just as they said the stabbing of an Army Lieutenant Colonel in uniform on the streets of Kent the other day was a non-terror incident.
Yeah, because he wasn't killed in a terrorist way. Like, you realise murder is just a thing in of itself, that not every murder is terrorism. Please tell me you know that, you fucking gimp. Oh God, look at this. Right, for those who don't know, in the UK, today was expected to be a relatively major riot-based thing. In the UK, the EDL and various other cunts have been trying to stoke up shit, and they were going to meet in various places. So I go on to the fascist hell site that is Twitter, and the trending topics in the UK. Now, Paris is not one of the trending topics. That's just a thing that's always at the top of the page. So, hashtag Farage riots, and then a series of places. Walthamstow, Croydon, Finchley, Lewisham. Those are all places in London. Sheffield, riots, not Twitter, Harrow. Like, you have to go all the way down to like, outside the top 10 before you get to anywhere that isn't a place name. And those place names are there, I presume, because there's been shit going down. Shall we have a look? Let's have a look at Walthamstow. Latest. Don't know what that's about. Fuck Nazi scum. True. That would appear to be some sort of porn related. Are these all just going to be porn now? Because they've all got Walthamstow in them. Walthamstow ain't playing. Oh, look at that shit. Okay, well, I'm probably not copyrighted material, but... So Walthamstow was there because lots of anti-fascists turned up. Based and awesome. Let's fucking go. What's this? Brighton taking no shit from far-right fuckwits. Is there 3 of them? So there's literally 3 of them. The 3 Nazis in Brighton. Again, the police protecting their own. Melters. Look at that. Look at the crowd, the anti-fascist crowd, and there's 3 fucking Nazis. Absolutely love it. That's what you do. That's what you do. Don't fucking let them have an inch. Is it just all going to be porn? It's all porn. It's all porn. Fucking Twitter's so shit. It's all of Twitter is just fucking porn. It's just porn and Nazis, man. Oh, god damn. Okay, Croydon. Let's have a look at Croydon. What's happening in Croydon? Oh, it's anti-Nazis. Okay. Yeah, it's just people. It seems like it's mostly just anti-fascists, right? What's going on here? 8 people have been arrested in London for assaulting emergency workers. 50 people have gathered in Croydon but aren't linked to protest, instead antisocial behaviour. Okay. They are bringing madness to Croydon. Well, that's a gang of black lads defending their area. Of course they fucking are. That's not bringing the madness, that's defending themselves. Oh, what's this melter up to?
Good evening from Post Street in Walthamstow, which is one of the places that was listed by the fascists as where they were going to protest against refugee centres. Well, I can safely report that there is zero chance of them even turning up, because the entire place, it's difficult to see because it's a long street. It's difficult to see is the entire place is full of anti-fascists, of local people who are determined to stand proudly and solidly alongside each other against.
True, but you're still not going to be the MP for Walthamstow, so sharp.
I just wonder whether the truth is being withheld from us. I don't know the answer to that. I think it is a fair and legitimate question.
Well,
Gary's the
that's
first
one
time.
question answered. That is precisely where they got the idea that the police were keeping information from them. Call it a coincidence if you prefer. But guess which political party Dylan Carey was out canvassing for last month in Makerfield, up in the northwest? Go on, have a...
What a surprise. He was a Reform candidate. Racists, violent lunatic racists in the fucking Reform Party. Surely not. Say it ain't so, Jimmy.
Guess. I'm not going to give any prizes for this one. Yeah, you got it. At Nigel's latest publicity vehicle, the Reform UK Limited Party, a party which, of course, 20% of its current MPs have served time in jail for attacking British women. But of course the riots...
And probably a higher percentage should have.
Absolutely nothing to do with the man that told people like Dylan Carey that the police officers were possibly, or the police were possibly keeping information from them, and indeed that the killer was a Muslim. Nothing to do with Nigel.
At no point.
Wow, fucking Northampton. Not a town particularly well known for anything, really. And look at the fucking crowds and shit. Northampton showing up tonight. Love it. Look at that. That's a hell of a turnout. Northampton is not a big place. That's like half the fucking town. Showed up to be like, yeah, if the fascists want to turn up, ain't gonna fucking work out for you, lads. That is unbelievably based. Well done, Northampton. Excellent work. That's very impressive.
At no point in the last week, or in the previous 30 years, have I ever encouraged the use of violence. Have I ever encouraged the use of anti-democratic means? And yet...
Not true. You said if Brexit wasn't done, you'd take up a rifle. You literally said that, Nigel. Farage rifle comment, I guess. Here we go. Hang on, I've got to get rid of the fucking ad block. Jesus. Yeah, read for free, you cunt. Fuck's sake. Right. Go away. Turn off everywhere. Right. Nigel Farage would pick up a rifle if Brexit not delivered. Don't know about you, but I don't know how democratic the rifle is. Unless you're planning to shoot a ballot paper or something. I mean, why are you picking up a rifle, mate?
And yet, and you know, you get the internet and people saying things on the internet. We have senior Labour politicians like Annie MacDonald saying, I wanted the riots to happen. Mm-hmm. We have former Conservative MPs like Anna Soubry saying that I orchestrated the riots. We have LBC presenters like James O'Brien calling them the Farage riots.
He's butter about that. He is ass pained. Ass pained about it being called the Farage riots. Which is why, like, even though it was mainly kind of liberal maltoids on Twitter who were like, let's get the Farage riots trending on Twitter, you know, and you're like, oh, it's a bit cringe. But actually, it obviously really annoyed him. So you know what? Well played. Well played. Love it. This is Birmingham. Oh, love it, man. Oh yes, anti-fascist in the jewellery quarter. Fucking love it. Let's go. An area I know well. Look, yeah, no, that's the centre of the jewellery quarter as well. That clock tower is fucking famous. Look, a traffic island with a clock tower on it. Yeah, yeah. That was down the road from where my nan lived when I was a kid. Fuck yeah. Love it. What we got? Fuck yes, Brom. Love it. That's the way to do it, man. Fuck yes. Our fucking streets, you fascist garbage. Not yours. Yeah, punks stay winning. Punks just regularly post up dubs. Love it.
They have had nothing to do with any form of street violence now or at any point in my career.
Did I call them the Farage riots? I'm so sorry. I should have said Farage. The Farage riots. I apologise to everybody for that little slip of the tongue. What did he say about violence? I didn't quite catch it.
If they don't deliver this Brexit that I spent 25 years of my life working for, then I will be forced to don khaki, pick up a rifle, and head for the front line.
I apologise, Mr. O'Brien. I was not familiar with your game.
Gosh. And of course, one is left with the other question of where the idea to target these hotels came from. Why the idea to target hotels containing completely innocent human beings, children included, of course, some of whom witnessed rioters drawing their fingers across their throat in a throat-cutting gesture while they were cowering in buildings that were already on fire. Where on earth would the people currently being convicted of rioting got the idea that targeting these hotels?
Motherfucker, if he plays the clip I did, like he watches, right? He's a viewer. Jimmy, if you're watching, mate, call in. I will take your call. Absolutely, let's go. Regular viewer to the show, James O'Brien. Fuck yes.
Would be a good plan.
We've no idea who some of these people are. We've no idea whether some of these might be ISIS.
That was
Motherfucker's literally stealing my bits now. He's hoovering up my giblets.
Himself.
And not in a good way.
Filming himself in 2020 at a hotel where asylum seekers were being accommodated. I mean, you know, it's a wonderful rhetorical tactic, isn't it? I have no idea whether that man over there might be a paedophile. I'm just asking questions.
Exactly, yeah. Like, I don't know if Nigel Farage literally likes to gargle dog cum. I have no idea. Some people have said that. I don't know.
I've no idea whether that woman over there might be a terrorist. I'm just asking questions. But the kind of people setting fire to bins and hotels and attacking police officers receive a very different message, don't they, from that kind of rhetoric? Well, at least I kind of think they do. So he's very unhappy about these riots being called the Farage riots. The explanation of why he posted that original clip suggesting that the authorities were keeping information from the police, and indeed that the police were keeping information.
Yeah, we've been through this. The liberal Maltoids who told us that the socialism option was anti-Semitic. The barbarism is partly on you too, absolutely. Yeah. No, James had his fault with this, absolutely.
From the people, and indeed that the...
But at least they are now noticing. I think that's worthwhile in of itself.
Culprit had been on intelligence watch lists, or indeed had been a Muslim. That was extraordinary. I should probably play you that bit as well. Who do you think his source was? Where would you turn to for your information? Where would you turn to for your reliable information on what was going on in Britain? Would you turn to me for the facts? Would you turn to the BBC? Perhaps GBB's is your preferred broadcast outlet, but you know, you'd probably want to double check or triple check, wouldn't you, the provenance of these claims. So you've seen on social media, or you've come across the claim somewhere that the police are deliberately keeping information from, and that is the single reason why, the single greatest reason why police officers, some of whom will be listening to this program, some of whom their wives, their husbands, their partners, their children will be listening to this program. Police officers coming under sustained and vicious attack from members of the public who believe the lie that the police were somehow complicit in keeping information from the public, a lie that you just heard issued from Nigel Farage's own nicotine-stained lips, albeit with the constant caveat, I don't know, I'm just asking questions. I don't know whether he's feigning ignorance of British law or whether he is genuinely ignorant of British law, but the police can't decide to release any names at all, especially when they're under 18. That decision has to be taken by a High Court judge. But why let the facts stand in the way of an opportunity to inflame the sort of violent thugs that have been terrorising completely innocent and law-abiding citizens up and down our country for the last week? Why let the facts stand in the way of the feelings?
True. Gotta love this. Look at that. It's a beautiful image. There's the master race penned in by thousands of anti-fascists being protected now by the police. You know what, Bristol? Not Bristol, sorry. But, Brighton. Well played. Well played.
But where do you think he was getting his information from? This sitting member of Parliament, this elected MP, where do you think this broadcaster, this self-styled journalist, where do you think he was getting his information from? Where do you think he turns to when he wants to get a really clear steer on what's actually going on in Britain? It wouldn't be an alleged human trafficker and organised criminal based in Romania, surely. It just wouldn't be, would it? There's no earthly way anybody would claim that they only put this poison into public discourse because they believed what they read on the social media feed of a Romania-based alleged human trafficker and organised criminal. Not even Nigel Farage would stoop that low, surely, to try to exonerate his own culpability in this crisis by claiming that he had acted in an entirely honourable fashion by taking the words of an alleged human trafficker and organised criminal as potential gospel.
This is the problem, isn't it? One of the reasons the Southport riots were as bad as they were is we weren't told the truth. There were...
Because the person was under the age of 18. We protect children in this country. That's the way that works. You fucking ghoul.
Stories online from some very prominent folks with big followings, Andrew Tate, etc.
Whoa, what? Andrew Tate? Literally the alleged human trafficker and organised criminal. So here we have a British MP claiming that his decision to inject poison into the bloodstream of the British public, encouraging people like the young man in Liverpool who has just pleaded guilty to violent disorder, but who in April, of course, was canvassing for Nigel Farage's political party, encouraging them to join public violence where the police are being accused of keeping information from the public. Nigel Farage's source for this was Andrew Tate's social media account? But he's absolutely adamant that the riots had nothing to do with him.
Naturally.
At no point in the last week or in the previous 30 years have I ever encouraged the use of violence. Have I ever encouraged the use of anti-democratic means.
Well, we've already heard that that's definitely not true, by the way, but, you know, whatevs. Absolute bedlam in Blackpool tonight. Oh, this is difficult to watch. The fascists have taken the streets. Blackpool has fallen to the fash. All 7 of them. They can't even fill up a roundabout. Can we get some RIPs in chat for Blackpool? Fuck me. Wow. Tommy Robinson's revolution in action there, people. Fucking hell.
And yet, you know, you get the internet, and people saying things on the internet. We have senior Labour politicians, like Andy MacDonald, saying, I wanted the riots to happen. Mm-hmm. We have former Conservative MPs like Anna Soubry saying that I orchestrated the riots. Mm-hmm. We have LBC presenters like James O'Brien calling them the Farage riots. I have had nothing to do with any form of street violence now or at any point in my career.
And yet all of the people engaging in the street violence believed what Nigel Farage told them might be true just 1 week ago. So, hey, I am a little bit guilty sometimes of cognitive bias. Is it fair to call these pogroms, these riots, after the man, the most prominent disseminator of the lies which many of the rioters apparently...
Yes, the answer to your question, James, is yes. Birmingham showing up, love it. Fuck yes, let's go. So proud of Brom tonight. Boom. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Believed. Is it fair to call them the Farage or Farage riots? If not, why not? I think there's a fairly good case there of why it's a perfectly reasonable sobriquet, but Nigel's very upset, recording more little films of himself, casting himself as the real victim. 3 dead girls, of course, in Southport. Police under constant...
Does anyone know? Did anyone call in and try and take James on this point? I think that would be rather foolish to do so, but if they did, I'd like to hear it.
Attack from a mindless thuggery. You've got hotels being set on fire, you've got shops being looted, you've got businesses being destroyed. But I think we should all take a moment now to feel sorriest for Nigel Farage, the real victim of the 2024 riots up and down this country. Is clearly the man who told the rioters that the police were keeping information from them. And where did he get his information from? An alleged human trafficker and organised criminal.
Oh, well, that's Tom Swarbrick.
Hey-ho, he doesn't like the title Farage Riots. Simple question. Is it fair? And invitation's always open for him to return to this studio, have a chat with me. Tom Swarbrick did an excellent job yesterday of holding him to account for words that he has actually said. Didn't brook any of Farage's usual attempts to shift the focus or to gilly-gash over the information, or to start talking about something completely different, or to answer a question that hadn't been asked. But the Farage riots, is that fair?
Is that Farage?
Let's get your voice.
God, I am fucking funny. Honestly, I'm so funny. The whole show. Does it have any interesting timestampage? I don't know. I'm not listening to a whole fucking James O'Brien show. Fuck that. Anyway. So let's listen to the Swarbrick one, and then we'll do the James O'Brien one from yesterday, and then boom.
Caller in Harlow. Gary, you were involved?
Yes, mate, I'm involved.
Talk to me about where and when and how.
Middlesbrough. I went up there, I travelled up there from...
Have you got a rough timestamp on that, seamstress?
Harlow in Essex, where I'm originally from. So I travelled up there to see, to actually demonstrate my problems of why all this is going on. That's the problem.
Right, you drove?
Yeah, I drove up there, yeah.
You drove from Harlow to Middlesbrough and back to take part in the protest?
That's mental.
Start with Aaron.
And what is it that you wanted to protest against?
Basically all the boats coming in, all the immigrants.
In Middlesbrough? How many fucking small boats do you think are landing in Middlesbrough? By the way, for Americans or anyone else watching, Middlesbrough is in the northwest of England. Sorry, northeast of England. There are no fucking small boats landing in Middlesbrough. What the fuck are you talking about? Where's Harlow? Harlow is in Essex in the southeast of England. So it's a long drive. We're talking a good 300 miles or something, I would imagine. Good long drive. Harlow to Middlesbrough. Distance? There we go. 243 miles, a 4-hour drive, and then 4 hours back as well. Fucking mental. Why would you do that? Fucking stupid.
It's coming in, causing problem, causing grief.
Yeah, he's moving much further from the boats.
That's what I'm protest about. That's what I'm fed up of, really.
Which people are you thinking of when you go on these protests?
Yeah, there we go. That's good map. Love it. Yeah, so there you go. Look at that. Who's doing that fucking journey to go to Middlesbrough? No offence to, and I'm not having to go at the people of Middlesbrough. I'm just saying, like, who the fuck is driving that distance? You're moving hundreds of miles further away from the boats. If you want to stop the boats, you have to go in the other direction. Yeah, 1 hour flight. Yeah, it wouldn't be that much more, because like, to France is only like an hour, isn't it? So, yeah. I'd imagine so.
Asians.
Asians?
Yeah.
Right, so all
Start with
Asians are who you're thinking of
Just
when you think
generic
of the people causing all the
Asians.
problems, all the immigrants.
Just Asians.
Asians and black people.
Right. So you
Okay,
drove
so
from
he's
Harlow
like,
to Ne-
hang on a minute. You wanted to protest black people, so you went to Middlesbrough, like the whitest place on earth. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Middlesbrough demographics, I guess. Local population of Middlesbrough. Ethnic diversity. Let's have a look. Middlesbrough is the most ethnically diverse local area in Tees Valley. British ethnic minority population is 17.6%. Actually, that's a bit higher than I thought it would be. 82.3% of Middlesbrough residents' population are classed as white. This was lower than the northeast rate of 90%. Fucking hell, okay. I keep forgetting that I live in quite a racially diverse city. And there are other parts of the country that are like 90% white. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. That is exceptionally white. That is, I mean, there is snow that is less white than fucking the northeast, apparently. Holy shit.
Essex to Middlesbrough to protest against black people and Asian people. Basically all non-white people is what you're saying.
Yeah, because they're the main issue.
All non-white people are the main issue.
Well, from what I'm seeing.
What are you seeing? Because from where 99.9% of the rest of the country is seeing, all black people and all Asian people are not the issue, Gary.
Well, from what I'm seeing, from the problems that's going on from South, look at Southport, look at the Manchester airport incident. You know, who's starting all the grief?
White people. Oh my god. It's yeah. Where is it? In 2018, where's the numbers? There were numbers. It was something like 60% of terrorism is from far right dickheads. Where's the oh god, I've lost it. Anyway, the majority of terrorism is done by the far right. Since 2016, it's prescribed 5 extreme right-wing terrorist groups, all of whom hold a white supremacist ideology. The primary threat from these groups is their ability to radicalise and inspire. Those in the UK can be radicalised by right-wing extremists based overseas. Thanks, America. Anyway, you get the idea. It's white people.
Who and the colour of their skin is what you think is the main driver of that?
I did, seamstress. It's up
they
next.
don't know
Thank
any
you.
Order. They don't have any order.
And who's
So-
they? Sorry, the they is, again, all black people and all Asian people. And the black people and the Asian people who you come into contact in
By the way, thank you to everyone for bits and subs. When Christy was on, I was trying to like talk with Christy and stuff. But thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it enormously. And if you wanted to continue to assist in my endeavours here, you can hit the follow button. Of course, you can. You can subscribe. You can do bits messages. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. You can give subs to the community, etc. If you're on YouTube, you can like the hit the like button. Smash the like button. You can also subscribe, and if you anyone wanted to, you can share the stream around. You know, word of mouth, etc. is important.
Within Harlow, do you accuse them of being as apparently
Hello, NYC guy.
violent as the people that you've seen being violent who also have that skin colour?
No.
Also, I did see NYC guy that you gifted a sub as well whilst I was off, and much love to you for that. What is it, 255? I live on the outskirts of Stone, and I almost never see non-white people who aren't either delivery drivers or East Asian women married to white men. Yeah, you do live in a very white place, 255. And I think it shows. I'm only playing.
So it's not all black and Asian people then, is it?
No.
Right. So when you went up to from Harlow to Middlesbrough to protest all black and all Asian people, you don't actually mean that, do you? You mean something else.
255 is fishing for a sob.
Well, that's what I mean. Those are the main culprits.
Of what?
That's what I mean.
The main culprits of what?
Causing a lot of grief.
And there are no white people who have caused a lot of grief. Like, for instance, the people going to protest in some parts of the country like Middlesbrough.
Well, they're just protesting their anger.
As a stiff dick of poop.
But again, sir, they're also causing a trouble, aren't they? Those white people protesting their anger. They're also burning shops, looting.
Thank you, Mad Cat Scotty, for gifting a sub to 255. Two absolute legends!
Kicking people's heads in, throwing bricks at the police, aren't they? So are they also causing trouble?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just that non-white people cause all the trouble. We agree that white people cause trouble too, don't we?
Yes,
So
we do, yeah.
What did you drive up from Essex to Middlesbrough to do again?
To demonstrate my anger towards what's going on with a lot of the immigration rules. A lot of immigrants are coming in on the boats, and predominantly they're coming in from Middle Eastern Asian countries.
But why do you need to make this an issue of skin colour, Gary, when you've just come on the radio to agree that, of course, not all black people cause problems, or all Asian people, and indeed some white people cause problems too? Why do you need to make it about skin colour?
I'm not making it about skin colour, but they're projecting the wrong image.
Dickhead, you literally said, like, Asian people and black people. Yes, you are talking about their skin colour. You can't even racially abuse people without being called racist nowadays. You can't even draw depictions of the Muhammad in your own blood, in pig's blood on the side of a fucking mosque, without them calling you a racialist.
You rang up and said the reason you went on this protest is to protest against black people and Asians. All blacks and all Asians is what you said.
Well, 95% of them are problematic people.
How did you get to 95%, sir?
It's been proven statistics.
Where? Who? Show me. Tell me. You got in the car and you drove all those hours up to Middlesbrough to go and protest something that you can't evidence, for which there is no evidence to say they're 95% of the problem.
Well, this is what I've read.
Where?
Yeah, like you can fucking read, mate. Pull the other one. Portsmouth has fallen. I repeat, Portsmouth has fallen. A whole 6 people have turned in Portsmouth. Can we get some RIPs in chat? Rest in Portsmouth. Let's go. The coppers are just going to walk over there and they're shooing them. In order to clear the road of Fash. They're not even like physically. Look, you're just nudging him. Just come on, lads. Shoot. Bad Nazi. Come on. Shh. Get. Fucking melters, man. Oh. Wow. Wow, you're really going to stop the fucking migrants here, lads. Get fucked.
On the internet, I've read it.
And do you take what you've read on the internet that 95% of black and Asian people are the problem? You take that as a fact?
Well, that's what I think. Yeah.
And why do you think that? Because you believe it.
Because look at Southport. Look who was the culprit in Southport? Who was the culprit in Manchester?
Well, actually, arguably, a culprit in Manchester was a white police officer.
Yeah.
No, but who started it? That's the problem.
And you know who started it?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Right, but that's also not proof, is it? Because there might have been a video before the video that you've seen, the conversation of which we're not party to because we weren't there. Gary, let me ask you this. Do you think you were born racist?
Are you genetically stupid? Like, are you genetically evil? I don't know.
Victory is ours.
Are you genetically the worst person imaginable? I don't know. This is a very Newcastle-based one here. Newcastle loves black and white, which I suppose I have to explain now, is the colour of the football team.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this trip.
We got
and brown. Newcastle brown ale, which tastes like shit, but is very popular in Newcastle. Anyway. Why are numbers happening? Numbers are happening. What? Oh, it's a Vosh raid. Hello, Vosh people. How are we all? I'm Kevin Logan, a socialist from the UK. Yes, we do exist, I promise you. I'll turn the alert box off because lots of people will probably follow, and that's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Voosh. Everyone go and follow Voosh. Yeah, we're talking about the UK being a bit racist. There's some racism going on. Anyway. But, look, don't worry, everybody. If you hate Britain, trust me, I hate that place more. And on that basis, I think we can get along with one another, and I think therefore you should hit the follow button. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Jazor, for hitting for subscribing. No, you didn't even subscribe. You gifted 5 subs. You haven't even subscribed. Okay, you know what? I'd like you to subscribe, but I appreciate the money nonetheless. It's a beautiful thing. Did he raid in on YouTube as well or not? I don't even know. It's difficult to tell. I have no idea. Anyway, we are taking a look at some racist dickheadery on the about Britain and that. If you wanted to, yeah. If you wanted to stick around.
I'm not racist.
Because I think you are.
Motherfucker, you literally started by saying that Asian people and black people were the problem. Yes, you are a racist. Honestly, the right do this, and actually I think the Americans from Vush's stream will appreciate this as well. They do this all the time. They'll say some crazy ass right wing far right bullshit, and they'll say dumb shit like, you know, oh, black people are all criminals or whatever, and then you go, that's a bit racist. I'm not racist. You can't even smear racial abuse in fucking shit on the side of someone's face without being called a racist. You can't even go around stabbing Asian people without them calling you racist. What the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly, the right wing are so brain broken. They're just fucking gone. Completely fucking gone. Jazor, you should hit the follow button. I made you laugh. You have to hit the follow button. What the fuck am I doing? Thank you, Busky, for hitting the follow. For 5 gifted subs. Much love. We're on a hype train. If you want to make the hype train go choo-choo even further, bits and subs are the way to do that. If we get to the next level of the hype train, I will finger Nigel Farage. Because why not? Why the fuck not? Why wouldn't I finger Nigel Farage? I'd be crazy not to. And there we go, Busky hitting me up. Fuck yes, mate. I've got to go and finger a sitting member of Parliament now. That could be legally tricky. Let's go.
Sir, but I don't think you were born racist. I think you've grown into your racism, and your racism has led you to drive, in this case, from Harlow to Middlesbrough to go and protest.
Look, he might look. Nigel Farage might be alive technically, but he's dead inside, so I think it still counts.
Something that is unevidenced and not true, which you agree is unevidenced and not true.
I'm trying to protect England.
From who?
To be fair, I'm trying to protect England as well, but mainly from the English, who don't seem to know what the fuck they're doing.
From the invasion of illegal migrants. Maybe some people don't see that, but I see what's going on.
Well, with respect, I think what you see and other people not seeing what you... I think people see what you see but don't come to your conclusions, Gary. There is a problem with small boats arriving. I think that is a problem, and that has to be dealt with, and successive governments have told you to stop the boats, but nobody, Gary...
Right, but the problem with the boats thing is that it's endangering the lives of migrants. And that if we open safe and legal routes for them to come here, process them efficiently, safely, and, like, humanely, and dealt with the process properly, that would be much better for everybody. For literally everyone wins in that scenario. It would be way cheaper as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Thank you, Kieran, who says, learn how bad Vosh says British places are by subbing to the Kev chat. Exactly. If you're over from the Vosh stream, and God bless you if you are, Vosh talks a lot of smack about Britain, and most of it is basically correct. He gets some of the place names wrong, don't get me wrong. When he pronounced it Edinburgh instead of Edinburgh, I nearly fucking had a fit. But he's basically correct in that Britain is shite. And if you want to know in more specific detail and accurate pronunciation of the place names, this is the stream for you. Thank you, Corncob Maestro. Thank you, Snazzy Fox, for subscribing. Much love to you all. Where were we? Yeah, we were doing
has said that the problem is all black and all Asian people.
Well, that's my view on it.
255, tell your dad he's a fucking idiot. He didn't predict anything. Right, oh God, I have to go into this now, don't I? Right, so, Enoch Powell did a thing called the Rivers of Blood speech, which is a very famous piece of racist rhetoric in the UK. Technically, he never actually says the phrase Rivers of Blood in what's called the Rivers of Blood speech. It's irrelevant though, right? And it's about, he was making a speech about racial strife. It was so offensive that even in the in the early 1970s, he was fired from the Conservative government for having said it. Because he lied. He consistently fucking lied. He made up that there was a school in his constituency with no white kids in it. Which isn't true, because we have the fucking numbers for that. Like, it's registered which kids are in which schools, and there wasn't a single school that fit that description in his constituency at all, or indeed literally anywhere in the country at the time. So he just fucking lied. And again, he was fired from the Conservative government in the 70s. How racist and stupid do you have to be to get fucking shit canned by fucking Ted Heath? It's a fucking clown show. Thank you, Kieran Saunders, with the 10 gifted subs. For those who don't know as well, Kieran Saunders is a Prime Ministerial anal sex correspondent. And if you want to learn more about that meme, stick around, because I'm sure I'll probably bring it up at some point in the future. I thought Rivers of Blood was in the 60s. Was it in the 60s? It was either the late 60s, early 70s, I can't remember. I actually did, on the very early days of... in the very early days of this channel, I literally went through the entirety of the Rivers of Blood speech and pointed out how fucking wrong it was. It was in 1968, yeah. No, you're quite right. He was referring to the 1968 Race Relations Bill that was having its second reading in Parliament. Absolute piece of shit. But again, actually, he's a very good example, old Enoch, who don't be fooled by the fact that he's got a badass name, because Enoch Powell is a fucking absolutely sick name, you got to admit. Don't be fooled though. Massive racist piece of shit. Glad he's dead. Can we get some kicks in chat? Some lols in chat, please, people, for Enoch Powell being a rotted corpse. Yes, anyway. He's a prime example that not all racists are like fucking stupid, ignorant, working class, blah blah blah. You know, all the classist bullshit that people spew out about them. And this is true in America as well. They're going about, you know, Appalachian people and fucking Southerners and blah blah. And it's just like classist bigotry, right? It didn't have to be that way though. Some of the most powerful racist pricks are like posh motherfuckers and educated cunts, right? They're just bad people. It's got nothing to do with them being ignorant. Enoch Powell was a phenomenally intelligent man. A very, very evil man, but quite an intelligent motherfucker. He was literally the youngest at the time. I don't know if it still is. He was teaching ancient Greek literature, I think it was, at the University of Melbourne in Australia in his 20s. He was the youngest professor to have ever taught at that university at the time. In his fucking 20s, he was a professor. Like, he was not some fucking, like, you know, brain dead hick or something. He was like an evil cunt, an evil, manipulative, rich prick. Mosley was a baron, absolutely, yeah. Nick Griffin went to fucking Cambridge. Nick Griffin graduated from Cambridge. It's fucking mental. It's just further classism, you know?
Do you ever think that you might be wrong?
No, I'm not wrong.
Right.
All my mates think like me.
Yep. There can be lots of racists.
All my mates think like me, and all my mates are prepared to do anything to stop it.
Are some of your mates Asian or black?
No.
Right.
What a surprise.
And when you come into contact with various services,
he's not even going to do these. Some of my best friends are black. He's not even going to do that bit. I'm so racist that literally none of my friends are black. Woo! How on earth do you become a professional in your 20s? It's Australia, to be fair. Like, I don't think there was much, you know, competition for it. I'm only playing. That's rude. No, I'm sure the Australian universities are very good. Thank you to Busky for 5 gifted subs. Much love. We're still, oh my god, we're on level 7 of the hype train. That's fucking dope. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Was that a good retort? Hang on, what's that? After my dad said your grandfather would be turning in his grave, I thought about arguing, but in the end I just said we cremated him, then left the room. We cremated him. Shit. 255. As much as your dad might annoy you, don't get kicked out of the house because you want to like argue politics with him. It's probably best to just leave it. Don't become homeless on the basis that you got like a sick burn on your dad and then you went, get the fuck out of my house. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, chap. Just fucking let it slide sometimes, man. You go a bit crazy with it, man.
HS or your dentist or your doctor or whoever, or the person serving you at the till in the shop, and they're not white, do you think they are lawless as others are?
I don't know what they're doing.
But they're not, I mean, there they are holding down job. In some cases, there they are attempting to save your life in parts of the NHS. God forbid something awful were to happen to you. You might have a black doctor, a black woman, black man trying to save your life.
Hang on, Nick Griffin endorses George Galloway. Is that true? Is it because of the anti-trans stuff? For those Americans trying to pass out what this means, Nick Griffin was a former leader of the British National Party, so basically chief Nazi, basically. George Galloway, a very weird, all kind of leftist, but kind of like red-brown fash guy now, I guess. I don't know. Who's like really anti-trans and shit. Like, he tries to do like Marxist economics mixed with like anti-woke, I suppose is the best way of describing it. Griffin is endorsing Galloway. What world do we live in? What fucking world is this? Although I suppose Galloway did suck off fucking Saddam Hussein, so I mean by comparison Nick Griffin didn't kill any Kurds, so like maybe that's a step up for him, I don't know.
Sorry about that.
No.
So it's not all black people then, is it?
No.
So why did you make it about race when you went up to Middlesbrough to go and protest?
I can't believe he drove all that way.
Because
why would you do
I
that?
told you what's going on, what happened I made it about that because of Southport and the
Is he Nazbol? I don't know that you can necessarily say Nazbol, but there's like a kind of red browny element to him. Nazbol is sort of a specific-ish thing, if that makes sense. You know? Nick Griffin lending his support to George Galloway in the Rochdale by-election today is everything that has gone wrong with the political landscape of this country. I try to ignore this kind of thing just to make it through the day, but this makes me want to weep. Yeah, it is very, very jarring. As a British political observer, it is very, very strange. Galloway's like Has with a bigger dictionary. Oh god, that's such a good description. He really is. Yeah, he's infrared, but he uses words like popinjay and traduce and stuff. Like he uses long fancy fucking words and shit. But basically the politics are pretty fucking similar. He's very America bad, and that's it. That's like the extent of his understanding, I think. Yeah, no, Corbyn showed some real fucking balls, I think. I don't know what it did. Fucking brain. Some brain power in telling Galloway to fuck off when he was in Parliament, yeah. Because that's the Corbyn. Whenever you see Corbyn and you actually analyse it, like after the event, he was right about so much shit. God damn it, he was fucking good. But the media went, no, he's anti-Semitic because he's like, you know, pro-Palestine. Ridiculous bullshit. And now, look, we were offered the socialism or barbarism, and we were told the barbarism was anti-Semitism. Sorry, no, we were offered socialism and were told it was anti-Semitism. So now we get the barbarism. The barbarism is all that's left. And this is where you fucking end up. Fucking race riots in 2024. God damn it.
Manchester incident.
You use the colour of their skin to say all black people are therefore a problem.
Yeah, because those are the main problems that's happening right now.
But you also agree that it's not all black people, don't you?
When did he tell Galloway to fuck up? Well, when Galloway won the Rochdale by-election and Corbyn was like obviously an independent MP because he'd been kicked out of the Labour Party because Keir Starmer is a bitch. Anyway, Galloway wanted to form like a kind of leftist unity pact thing with him, and Corbyn went, nah, bruv, get upon yourself, bitch. But in much more parliamentary language. Yeah, and basically told him to fuck off. Because he's not interested in that bullshit. Like, Corbyn's not like some anti-trans fucking red-brown guy. He's just like a bit red. That's his bit.
Yeah, but as I said...
So how can those two things... I'm going to give this 30 more seconds, Gary, because maybe we're getting somewhere. How can you have two things that are opposite be true at the same time? It is all black people, and it isn't all black people. How can you hold both of those things to be true? Either it's one or the other. Which do you think it is?
Well, maybe 5% is all right.
5%?
If that.
Right.
When you say red-brown, is that a reference to brown shirts? Yeah, exactly. So for those who don't know, red-brown is a very weird combination of like usually socialist economics with horrific far-right like bigotries like transphobia and racism and all that sort of horrific shit. Homophobia is a big thing amongst them. So yeah, it's the socially very far right, but economically usually quite far left as a unity thing, and it's called red-brown. So red for the socialism and brown for the brown shirts, fascist type shite. Yeah. I forget a lot of people aren't like online brain poisoned enough. Thank you for the question, Appleton. And by the way, hit the follow button. It's literally free, my friend. Anyway, yes. I forget that some people aren't like completely brain broken by the internet. Some people, did you hear about this? Big news, right? Some people touch grass. Some people actually touch grass. Have you seen these people these days you've got nowadays touching grass and that? What's that about? Anyway, hello drunk mule, you should hit the follow button too. I'll turn the alert box back on now that it's calmed down a little bit.
but the other 95% are wrong ones, mate.
And
That's
you get
what
and you get to the 95% figure because you read it on the internet.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Do you think you should be arrested?
No, for what reason?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, what did you get involved in Middlesbrough?
Well, that's a very silly question because you haven't established, Mr. Swarbrick, what this person did. So far, all we know is he drove to Middlesbrough from Harlow. I nearly said Harlem, which would have meant either a very tricky ride from New York or possibly from the city in the Netherlands. Either way, that would have been silly and impractical. Now, he drove from Harlow in Essex to Middlesbrough, which is like 300 miles. And that's all we know so far. So when you say, should he be arrested? Well, we haven't established he's done literally anything wrong, illegally speaking. Obviously, he's a racist prick. But you haven't asked him, like, did you get involved in any criminality? You haven't Fed posted once, mate. What's going on?
You went round charting, you went encouraging people, you were there to facilitate, to help people get their point across by chucking stuff at the police and what have you?
No, I had a plasterboard up. That was it.
What did your plasterboard say?
Get illegal migrants out.
Right.
Get our country back.
From all the black people?
Well, what else is there?
What else is
What else is there? Squirrels? Cardboard? Poached eggs? There's loads of stuff. The world's awesome.
Asians, it's the Asians, it's the people from Africas, the
Africas.
The Africas. The Africas. Okay, I think that's quite enough of that. Muffin Ali, absolute legend. You may have seen him on the stream before, with helping end those riots in Leeds a little while back. Anyway, based as fuck. Let's see what he's got to say.
So I'm in Hare Hills. I've just done a patrol around the area, up Hare Hills Road, up Hare Hills Lane, just walking about. Assalamu alaikum. So we're bumping into people. Hello. There's a lot of rumours going around saying that the EDL and the far-right racists are coming into Hare Hills. I don't think they'd dare actually come into Hare Hills. They usually target areas that they know they can cause havoc in and get away with it. They look for...
Exactly, that's why they don't turn up in Birmingham. Because, look, we literally saw... And actually, there is an update on that. Do you know the guy that had the fucking big blade on him that we saw the other day? He got arrested because you can't carry around big fucking knives in public. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hang on, where's the fucking thing? Oh yeah, they're transvestigating Andrew Tate. Lol. I think he's just got a small dick, lads. It's fine. It's fine. Leave it. Where is it? Oh yeah, Tory council person's wife got arrested. Lol. Where's the fucking thing? The guy with the big fucking knife got done in. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the fucking... I saw it today. Don't fucking start with me. I'll knock you the fuck out. Anyway, he got arrested. It doesn't really matter. But we have another for the Pantheon, right? We saw bloke getting hit in the bollocks with a brick, right? Hilarious. We saw a dog biting the arse of a bloke. We saw Dayglow yellow underwear guy, right? And now we have where is it? Where is it? Where's Double Dog Chew Toy? Where is he? God, I need to organise this shit better. I literally just fucking saw it a minute ago. Come on now. I literally just saw it. I wasn't even going to fucking bring it up, really, but...
Get some help.
I fucking should get some help. You know what? Never a truer word spoken, friend. Never. I literally gone. Here we go. Right. So this guy's throwing shit at the police, and not one but 2 police dogs decide to make him some chow. Firstly, that's an L. Posted an L. He got chewed up after posting an L. Oh, embarrassing. Why did they add the sound effect, man? That's amazing. They've taken his top off. The dogs have stripped him. The dogs are playing striptease with this motherfucker now. He was wearing a fucking hoodie. They have eaten his fucking clothing.
This moment that he knew he fucked up.
Watch that again from start to front. The little coconut noise. Hang on. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, no. Oh, fucking hell. The little noise. That's such a great addition. Oh, I'm fucking dying, man. Oh. Look, they literally took it off him.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
True. Being absolutely feasted on. Look at that fucking face, man. He's literally soying. He is soying. Oh. Fuck yes. Get wrecked, you fucking Nazi prick. Boink. What is this? I forgot to tell you I saw pigeons having sex. Fair enough. That is 2 pigeons fucking. That is true. I was not expecting pigeon porn tonight, but that has happened. Thank you. You want a link to the thingy with you? Hang on. Oh. Shut up, you mag. Oh. Yeah, there's a link to the doink. Thank you, Modernism, for subscribing or resubscribing. Much love.
Easy targets like women with hijabs on, so they can attack them. They're not going to come into Hare Hills. They're not going to cause any trouble around here. So please, just be careful. Be careful of the messages that you're receiving. Be careful of the messages that you're reading and forwarding on. I don't think there's a credible threat. There is a police presence in the area. They're just out to make sure that everyone's okay. We don't want any of our local people getting into trouble. We don't want any of our local people getting arrested. So just be on your best behavior, be vigilant, be careful. Don't worry about the racists coming down. I don't think they'll come down. There is a lot of panic in the air. There is a lot of anxiety in the air because of a lot of what the racists are spreading. They're going to come here.
It could be a new emote. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. So far, the police have got it under control. Let the police handle it. Let them continue to do their job. We don't need to get involved. We're on guard if we need to be, but yeah, let them deal with it.
Fair call. Good counsellor, good lad. Everyone go and check out Moth in LA. Good lad. Oh, this is an old belter. Love it.
People are angry, but they can't explain why.
Hello, sir, and why are you here today?
I'm here to protest. Right. I'm going on a march. I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. I'm going on a march. I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. Got interracial law and the Muslimic infidel. They're trying to get their law over our country.
I wonder what he's up to, because there's like, I mean, he's probably in jail, let's be honest, but I wonder what this lad's up to, Because he's definitely still alive, right? Like, he's not... This was only fucking 10 years ago, so he's probably my age, you know?
And it's happening. It's happening in other countries. It's happening in every country. It's like you've got Muslim rape camps. Muslim rape camps. You've got Muslim rape camps. Rape camps. You've got Muslim rape camps. Muslim rape camps. You've got Muslim rape camps. Rape camps.
Yeah, it could have OD'd or some shit, yeah. True.
Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. Okay, last one then, I guess. Jimmy dismantles far-right sympathiser. Not Jimmy as in Jimmy Dore. James O'Brien. Amid riots. LBC.
Who's in Medway. Aaron, what would you like to say?
Hello there. First time calling, so I'm a little bit nervous. Just wish to get my opinion across, really. It's just the way you're coming across, really, to be fair.
Okay.
Like, you keep saying Tommy Robinson is inciting the violence and everything as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But if you actually read through all his tweets and everything, he's constantly advocated for no violence, because that undermines everything. He's constantly been saying, everyone stop the violence, because it gives everyone a reason to go against it, kind of thing.
Why did he spread the lies about the Southport killer, do you think?
Well, at the time, no one knew whether it was lies or it was truth.
Yes, they
at the
did.
Time,
He'd already been arrested.
Well, it was no
so
one
the
knew his
authorities
background
knew.
or
So
anything.
why would he spread those lies?
No one had named him at that time, had they?
So why would he spread his name?
Because at the time it was unknown.
But you just said he hadn't been named.
But he hadn't been named at the time.
So he spread a made-up name.
Yeah, because it was unknown from everyone.
But why
who
did he
was
do
right
that?
Or who was wrong?
Why did he do that?
Because it was speculation.
Well,
but
why did he choose a Muslim name to spread?
It could have been any name, you know.
But why?
Yeah, it could have been any name, but it wasn't. It was that specific name. Oh, magical, you cheeky bitch. Getting dancing just do a fucking baby shark one. You absolute, you rotter. You absolute dastard. Love it.
Was it a Muslim name then? Why wasn't it your name? Why didn't he say it's someone called Aaron from Medway? Why did he say it's someone with an Islamic name from who's seeking asylum? Why would he do that?
You're missing the point here.
I'm asking the questions.
Yeah, no, he's not missing the point. That is the point. Yeah, it could have been any name. He could have called him Patrick O'Shaughnessy and said he was a lovely Greek lad. Fuck it, why not? It could have been anything. But they didn't. They specifically made up a false Muslim name and said he was a migrant. Facts. Facts. Non-binary, I saw the fucking thing, yes, but they didn't find the bloke, or they didn't name him, so we don't know anything about him, do we? Non-binary, I appreciate that you've linked that article, everyone can go and watch it, or read it. I've already read it, and it doesn't tell us anything that I didn't already know. Because presumably they didn't want to dox the kid. Okay, fair enough, whatever.
Why did he do that?
Well, I don't know. Like, everyone was out speculating everything.
I wasn't.
It's far right or
I wasn't.
You know, some people were out speculating different names and reasons.
I wasn't, but we're talking about him. Why did he do that? Why did he choose a Muslim name and claim that he was an asylum seeker?
Look, I'm saying you're
without
saying
any evidence
he's
at all.
sitting on a sunbed.
Without any
evidence.
evidence. Let's not change the subject, Aaron. Let's begin with.
Barsky with an interesting post. Let's have a look. Real talk right now. Even though the current situation is dreadful, I'm kind of glad they aren't targeting us Poles this time. I remember the day after the Brexit vote, it wasn't pleasant, with community centres trashed and my sense of belonging in this country completely destroyed. I've lived here in the UK for the past 17 years, and the days after the Brexit vote completely changed the way I look at the British society. I realised I wasn't welcome, I wasn't tolerated. Well, firstly, much love to you. Okay? As far as I am concerned, and you posted links to those images and stuff, yeah. Absolutely mad shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Who would do some shit like that? Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, you're absolutely welcome, mate. I would trade a single poll for a fucking million of these gobshites in a heartbeat. The Polish people are fucking good, hard-working, honest people. Much love to you. Although, I'll be honest with you, your beer, it's not for me. It's a bit much for me. I'm not a fan. But I'll let you off. Okay? I'll let you off. But no, I much love to you, right? And I can only apologise that you had to go through that fucking dumb shit. That's evil. That's fucked up. And again, it doesn't represent all of the British people, but it represents a far too fucking high percentage, unfortunately. It's horrific. But I hope you've been able to find your niche. And like every other immigrant community, it does get better. Like, trust me, as the son of an Irishman, the Irish were not treated particularly brilliantly here either, and have become accepted into the white people club. So, like, it probably doesn't feel great for you right now, and this unfortunately isn't necessarily a panacea for all migrant communities, but it's certainly a way in which things can get better for your community if you just sort of carry on doing your thing, you know? Yeah. I don't want to turn this into being about me. I just thought the Brits were anti-racist, and it's all gone downhill ever since the Brexit vote. Yeah, don't worry. I don't want to make it all about you or like make it a focus. I just wanted to bring people's attention to that because I think it's important. I think it's important that we see the full scope of the issue. I know, obviously, a lot of the communities, a lot of the focus has been on like Muslim communities and shit in the last few days, and that's absolutely understandable. But the racism in Britain goes far deeper than that shit. And there's no doubt that the Brexit vote did unleash a certain kind of Pandora's box of problems. But to be fair, those problems have been building up for a long time because of things like austerity, right? We've talked about this. If you make the concrete living reality for people much better, they don't look for a scapegoat. And unfortunately, the Tories built up this fucking reservoir of like resentment and poverty and decline, and then they set it on fire with Brexit. And every single reaction to that afterwards has been so much worse. And it gets worse and worse and worse. And unfortunately, this is the problem with Keir Starmer, is he isn't an answer to any of that. Because he's going to carry on the same fucking austerity bullshit politics, which led us to this problem in the first place. He's not shown a fucking single movement in the right direction on that point, at all. As much as he's done some good stuff, getting rid of the Rwanda policy was cool, shutting down the Bibi Stockholm, the literally migrant prison ship. I know Americans might think that's a bit mental or whatever, but like, it's fucking crazy shit, and I'm glad it's shut now. And that's awesome. But the actual problem, the reason that kind of racist policy became popular, he isn't going to tackle that. The core underlying issue isn't going to be addressed by him, because he fundamentally doesn't see it as an issue. He's just a Tory cunt. Anyway.
Said you wanted to express your opinion. I want to pay you the respect of properly examining them. So he's not inciting anything. Why did he spread a made-up name, claiming it was a Muslim asylum seeker?
Well, lots of different people did.
Yeah, but we're talking about him. So why did he do it if he's not trying to incite anything?
Well, everyone did. You know, everyone.
You can't keep saying these words that don't answer my question. If he's not trying to incite hatred of, let's say, Muslim asylum seekers, why did he claim that a Muslim asylum seeker had committed 3 murders?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point you make, a broken demo disc. And it's a point I've made before. Like, white nationalism can only be an American issue, right? That's not to say racism doesn't exist, because I assure you racism, white people being racist, is a very, very firmly European tradition. We were doing that before America existed as a country. But I mean, specifically the term white nationalism, the idea of white peoples having some sort of unity and becoming one country. Because in Europe, there's loads and loads of different types of white people. There's British people, there's Irish people, there's Swedes, there's Italians, there's Serbs, although again, many people might not consider those people white. Whatever. That's sort of the problem with racism, is that it's full of shit. The idea of race as a concept, more subs paid by the British nan I robbed last night. Bosky, don't make that joke. We were just bigging up the Poles. Don't do the joke. Not now. Not now. Yeah, Czechs. Hey, 8DX man, love the Czechs. Big up the Czechs. And the Slovaks and all these motherfuckers. Love it. And we've been slaughtering each other on the basis of tiny differences of lines drawn on maps by kings 500 fucking years ago. Right? For centuries. There's no unity amongst fucking white people in Europe. You're mental. The two greatest wars that humanity ever fought were sparked by white pricks fighting against other white pricks in Europe. And then it spread everywhere else as well. White nationalism can only exist in America because America went, give me your tired, your storm-tossed, poor fucking refugee, what was it? Oh fuck's sake, I've literally forgotten the fucking poem from the thing, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free and all that bollocks, right? And so white people from all these places went there and they went, we need to keep like white control of the place, but there was no unity amongst them, so they went, let's pretend we're all the fucking same. Let's stop being like bigoted against the Irish and the Italians and stuff. Let's unify with them all, and we can keep the black people down for another 200 years. But the idea that there's any fucking unity whatsoever, yeah, the idea that there's any kind of unity between white people outside of the United States is just nonsense. We're going to carry on killing each other over just tiny bullshit things. You know? The only reason that white nationalism is an American problem is because white is an American term invented by Americans. That's not really true either. The modern concept of whiteness is a much more American thing. But the race science...
Why fascism will always fail is that racists will always get more and more pure about who can join or not be genocide, from ideology to ethnicity to religion to race to nationality, until there's no one left to support as they took impure.
Very true. Very good point, and thank you for the bits, Elliot. Much love. Where was I? Yeah, the concept of the modern concept of whiteness is a much more American thing, but racial science existed probably before the United States existed, I think, or around about the same time. It wasn't invented in America. The idea of white people or Caucasian or whatever existed long before that. In fact, it's a running joke on this channel about Benjamin Franklin, who his description of white people was literally just the people of the United Kingdom and Saxony in Germany, and that was it. Those were the only people that were white, were people from those places, right? To the point where he literally described Swedes as swarthy. Fucking Swedes, like the whitest cunts in the world.
Get to fuck, Nick, I'm not playing with all these mutants. Get to fuck.
Thank you, the Surfs TV, for raiding in. Much love to you. Everyone go and follow the Surfs. Absolutely lovely stuff. Thank you, Lance. Welcome in, everybody. We're talking about racism because obviously it's the UK. What else would we be talking about? Naturally. You can hit the follow button if you wanted to, Surfs peeps. You can. I believe in you. I believe you can do that. Get to fuck, I'm not playing with all these mutants. Exactly, Elliot. Much love. Where were we? I've totally forgotten, but thank you, everybody. We're listening to Jimmy O'Brien talking with a racist. Yay!
That were done by a British 17-year-old boy.
Okay, so say
a Christian British 17-year-old boy. Why would he choose to lie about a Muslim asylum seeker? You don't think this is an unfair question, do you?
No, I don't think you're
so answer it,
with an unfair question. Well, I think that he would have come out if it was...
Don't do it, he's weird. I am weird. To be fair, I am weird. Yeah.
Victory is ours!
Much fucking love. I am weird. I am weird.
It was a Christian name.
Can you give me an example of
would
that?
Have been sharing...
Can you give me an example of when he's condemned a Christian murderer?
Not off the top of my head, no.
We can't. Well, then we'll have to scratch that from the record. Why did he choose to lie about a Muslim asylum seeker if he's not trying to incite hatred of Muslim asylum seekers?
That was the news.
Oh, we already played it earlier, but I suppose we've got new people in, yeah. The fascioids turned up in Brighton, which is on the south coast of England, and it didn't go well for them. You'll see the fascists being policed, so it's very much a kind of fash protecting fash situation. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. I think that's a ratio. I think that counts as a ratio, right? If there are 4 of you and many thousands of the other, I think that definitely counts as a ratio in real life, right? Absolutely lovely.
At the time.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was sort of all round everywhere on.
It was on racist social media accounts. It wasn't anywhere else. And I think Nigel Farage may have contributed very deliberately to the confusion, but you chose, did you, to believe it?
If you want the link, scroll up. It's Rohack's comment, a few above yours.
Despite there being no evidence? I didn't. Why would you do that?
At the time, yeah.
Why do you think you did that?
I don't know, you know. It's social media. I agree that there is a big problem with social media everywhere.
And where does Tommy Robinson do most of his work? Where does he do?
It's on X.
What?
It's on X, social media.
So that's where the big problem is?
Yeah, but what...
Oh, someone did the Hans Moleman's bit, but for the fascist guy. Okay.
Hans Moleman Productions presents Man Getting Hit by Football.
This contest is over. Give that man the $10,000.
This isn't America's Funniest Home Videos.
But the ball is groin. It works at so many levels. Roll it again.
It does work on so many levels. True.
But you're here to tell me he's not part of it.
Well, he hasn't told everyone to go out and loot shops and riot.
No, but he's told people that 3 little girls were murdered by a Muslim asylum seeker, and lo and behold, people are looting shops and rioting and kicking in the doors of Muslims. You don't think there's any link at all there, Aaron?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't think he's right in that, along with a lot of other people.
What do you think, then?
No, it was a brick. No, the actual thing that hit him was a brick. It wasn't a football. The joke from The Simpsons is a football, but he actually got hit in the dick with a brick. There you go. Let's see if we can find the actual thing. Maybe some people haven't seen it. I don't know. EDL brick bollocks is what I'm going to type in for some fucking reason. Here we go. All you need to type in is EDL Brock bollocks. Brilliant. Ouch. Ouch. Brexit. Fucking Brexit. Oh. Well, it turned out his dick and bollocks voted to leave. Do you know what I mean? They'd had enough. They're off.
What do you think, then?
What do I think about what exactly?
What do you think about these riots?
I think the violence is completely wrong, you know. It undermines everything they're trying to achieve, or the point they're trying to get
What's
get
the point they're trying to get across?
Yeah, the point we're trying to get, they're trying, we're all trying
You
to
said
get
we're
across,
then,
you know?
didn't you? Was that just a
Yeah,
slip
I
of the
did,
tongue?
Yeah, because the mainstream media make people more right-wing, even though it's central.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but they do. Actually, you know what? He's right in completely the wrong way. The mainstream media do make people more right-wing by pumping out lies constantly about bullshit, yeah. 100%, yes. You are correct on that. But he thinks it's because they're too centrist. Literally, like, half of the media's owned by Rupert Murdoch, you prick. The fuck are you talking about? Ish.
So what's the point? What's the point they're trying to get across?
Do you think it's right that we're spending £6 million a day to house illegal immigrants in hotels?
Well, firstly, you nearly said asylum seekers, which would have been correct. There's no such thing as an illegal immigrant if they're being processed. The fact that the government aren't processing them is not their fault. If the government aren't processing them and are there having to spend £6 million a day putting people up in hotels because the government completely fucked up the system, that's on the government. That's not the asylum seekers' fault. They went through the process. The government have fucked it up royally. If you're going to be angry at the fucking government. The previous government, the current one, we'll wait and see how they get on. But the previous Tory government completely bollocksed it up. On purpose to make it a wedge issue for the election, and actually ended up backfiring on them, didn't it? The fact that they're being put up in a hotel doesn't give you like carte blanche to burn the hotel down, you dopey cunts. Or indeed to steal a tray of uncooked steak bakes from Greg's, or a pair of Crocs. You fucking knobs. And yeah, £6 million is fuck all. The British government spends, hundreds of billions every year. Like it's nothing.
While our elderly are going to freeze this winter.
I think that it's a direct consequence of the Conservative Party's decision to stop processing asylum applications, between 70 to 80% of which will be passed once those applications are processed. And if you go to the Home Office website, you can see how the annual cost has risen from millions to billions as a direct consequence of what they have done, because by creating this crisis, they can whip up the kind of hatreds and prejudices that they thought would help them electorally, but of course they miscalculated on what the Reform UK Limited Party would do. And when you say illegal immigrants, you are wrong, because they can't be here illegally until their application has been processed. And as I've just told you, 70 to 80%.
You haven't even got to look in the news.
70 to 80% of the applications prove to be successful. So tell me again what point you think the people throwing
Fuck, I was muted. Anyway, I was answering Half-Life's point when they were saying I'm not sure how severe the names I'm calling people are. Sorry, I had to burp, so I muted myself and then I forgot to unmute. Anyway, so I was saying like words like melter, they're so malleable. Like Hitler could be described as a melter, but literally like just someone who's mildly annoying can also be described as a melter. So like don't get too hung up on how severe it might or might not be, because it's so malleable as to be untrue.
Smashed up gravestones that British police officers are trying to make.
Well, they're trying to make the point that, enough is enough.
Kieran, there's no need. I mean, thank you for the 31 months, much love. But I'm not a boomer. I'm just incompetent. Leave me the fuck alone. As I said earlier, as a white dude, I've never had to be competent. So for you to demand a basic level of competency is actually anti-white racism. It's anti-white racism and it's misandry. Okay? Fact.
Right.
Sorry, enough what?
Too many illegal immigrants, and we stressed illegal.
Right. So why are they kicking in the doors of legal Muslims, people that were born here?
That's what I'm saying. That's completely wrong. Right. That is, you've got idiots in any group. Like last night in Birmingham.
Okay, but like who was trying to stop the idiots from like attempted murder? Because if you set a hotel on fire and you've surrounded it so these people cannot safely escape, that is attempted murder. who was trying to stop that? Because the police abrogated their duty, obviously, they're fucking useless. And indeed, I imagine quite a number of off-duty police officers may very well have been involved in the violence, as is so often the case with fash uprisings. But yeah, who the good people in this crowd, supposedly, why were they not trying to stop the evil shit from happening? Because if you're in a group of people, some of whom are trying to burn a hotel down, and you don't do anything to stop that, and you just carry on, you're a part of a group that's burning a fucking hotel down. Like, you are complicit in that. Like, come on, my dude.
For example, where you've got Muslims out on the street, you know, you will have wrong people in there that are threatening Sky News presenters. You will have...
They didn't threaten a Sky News presenter. They shouted "Free Palestine." Now, I understand a group of young, masked up individuals surrounding you, probably pretty intimidating. And I can understand why they cut it off. I can understand why they cut off that interview and, like, the presenters retreated back to their van. I get that. Right? That's probably pretty intimidating stuff. But they didn't actually threaten anybody. They said they shouted "Free Palestine," which isn't a threat to anyone but Benjamin Netanyahu, because if they ever did free Palestine, other Zionists would kill him, probably, I imagine.
They didn't threaten Sky News presenters. They swore, and therefore I watched it as well. And I'm a professional broadcaster, and if you don't immediately curtail a broadcast which contains swear words, then you'll get an Ofcom complaint upheld. But I talked at 10 o'clock. Yeah, well, slashing a tyre and attacking a police officer, they're not the same thing, are they? And yet I said at 10 o'clock this morning, someone will come on the show today and try to claim that these are somehow equivalent. Let's focus on the point that you think these people are making. They're making the point that there has been too much illegal immigration.
Yeah.
Okay, and you think that watching police officers get attacked, hotels get set on fire and shops get looted will make the mainstream media go, oh gosh, I think there are some people out there who think that...
Oh, abrogated. Abrogated means to not fulfil your duty. So, apologies, yeah, it is a bit of a weird English word. So, abrogated. To evade a responsibility or duty. To abrogate. So I'm suggesting the police did not do their duty. Yeah.
There's too much illegal immigration. But they don't know what the words illegal immigration actually mean, but they're certain that there's too much of it.
Well, every day we're seeing boats. I mean, I went fishing at Deal the other day, and you can see...
I went fishing at Deal the other day. Oh, that's nice. Is that different from abdication? It is indeed different. Although similar in a sense, but like abdication is a formal, okay way of doing it, whereas abrogation is to avoid or just not do your duty when you ought to. Thank you, Bosky. You've been very generous. Thank you very much, my friend. Much love to
you. 3 or 4 boats come over every single day. They're not women and children. They're not fleeing anything. They're fighting middle-aged men.
How do you know they're not fleeing anything? No, how do you know they're not fleeing anything?
Because they're throwing their passports into the water on their way here to claim it.
What's that? Hang on, what the fuck's that got to do with anything? Do you not think the fact that they want to hide possibly where they're from or who they are might be because they don't want to be recognised as being from that place, because either they or relatives still in those countries may face repercussions for that? And so if they just go in under a false name, that gets rid of that, doesn't it? That can't be tied back to people who might still live in the horrible regimes that they've escaped from. And this is another thing, they'll say, like, oh, these are fighting age men, these aren't young people, these aren't children or old people. Firstly, the people most physically able to withstand the kind of physical punishment that kind of journey takes, because you've got to bear in mind, many of them have travelled thousands of miles just to get to the north coast of Africa, let alone then taking a fucking another boat journey across the Med, and then across Europe, and then another boat journey across the fucking... Like, that's a pretty significant thing. Young, fit men are more likely to be able to do that. And also, when did the human rights of like young-ish to middle-aged men not count? Who do you think gets drafted into armies that might seek to evade drafting into said armies? Like, we all sat there during the Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine and said it was great that these young Russians were escaping from being drafted into the Russian army so they wouldn't go and get slaughtered in Ukraine, and they're not helping the fucking Russian war effort. Brilliant, awesome, cool. Why is it okay if Russians are doing that but not Syrians or Somalians or whoever, wherever they're from, Afghans, whatever, you know? Who do you think's being drafted into these fucking armies that might seek to escape and seek asylum in places? Oh yeah, it's men between the ages of 18 and 40. For fuck's sake. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh yeah, abdicates. Yes. I've seen that clip, Busky, thank you, yes.
Over in Dictionary Corner, it's Peter Serafinowicz. A poll recently voted Peter Serafinowicz Britain's funniest comedian, and that poll was his nan, Mrs. Serafinowicz. Peter, are you a fan of word games?
Well, to be honest, Jimmy, I don't think that's any of your business.
Apologies, Peter. Sorry if I crossed the line there. Any words you're hoping will come up tonight?
Abdicates.
And with Peter... And with Peter is, of course, Susie Dent.
And then at the end, I've seen the episode as well, at the end of everything he pretends that abdicates came up in every single one.
Illegal.
That's not how it works. That's what they used to do when they were on air. That's what they used to do when they were on aeroplanes. So how do you work out, Aaron, whether they are bona fide asylum seekers or not?
Well, you'd need to go through the proper... At the end of the day, you can't come up on a rubber dinghy.
No, answer the question. Answer the question. How do you find out? Well,
again, it doesn't really matter. It's if you are seeking asylum, it's not. It's irregular migration. It's not illegal. Like, unless you're going to go like, technically, this breaks the sub-district rules about travel. Like, are you going to what crimes against the high sea? Is that what you're going to fucking charge them with now? These absolutely desperate people. You monkfish. By the way, those bits didn't go through, Elliot, but I'll still show the fucking image. Look at that. That's just...
A masterpiece.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, yes. Instead of like a happy little tree, I'm just gonna paint in a happy little brick. Yeah, that's lovely. that's my little Bob Ross.
Talk me through what the legal...
That's my Bob Ross ASMR routine. Nailed it.
Routes are before you go.
Legal routes are applying properly, isn't it, through visa?
How do you do that?
You can't just rock up on
Where do you
a
do that? Where do you do that?
I honestly don't know because
But you
I
have to know, Aaron. Do you see why you have to know? Because you're on national radio expressing strong opinions which are built on nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me how you apply. Tell me how you apply for asylum in this country.
And the reason he's asking him that is because literally previous Conservative ministers were asked by a member of the Conservative Party at the Select Committee, tell me of a safe and legal route that they could use. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't even bullshit one. There isn't a safe and legal route. We are forcing them by our ridiculous anti-immigrant evil work, right? Anti-immigration posturing and the hostile environment and all this shit. We have made it impossible for them to get here safely. So we've forced them to get here unsafely. We have made the English Channel into a fucking graveyard. Because of this anti-racist rhetoric, we have murdered hundreds, if not thousands, at this point, of migrants by forcing them into treacherous waters. And the English Channel is a pretty nasty piece of water in terms of navigation via small ship. If you're in a big ferry, nice and easy. Although I did once cross the channel during a bit of a storm, and the fucking hearing the ferry going crashing down against fucking waves was mad. Fucking scariest shit ever. Anyway, but the point is, it's perfectly safe on big boats, but on little dinghies there's some strong currents and shit going down. It's not fucking safe. We are forcing these people into unbelievably dangerous territory, and many of them drown. It happens very regularly. It's disgusting. Not to mention all the shit in the waters as well. Yeah. Even if they fucking survive and make it to the beaches of Britain, they're probably going to have cholera. Poor bastards. It is indeed the busiest shipping lane on Earth. This is very true. But again, if you're in a big ship, not a problem. It's if you're in a little dinghy. I mean, these ships they're sending them over, and they're not fucking seaworthy. It's ridiculous.
If I was to turn up on a beach
just tell me how you do it.
some other country,
Tell me how you do it.
that would be illegal.
Well, how do you think they got to here? They've passed through loads of countries, mate.
Illegally.
Not illegally. They are asylum seekers until their application is processed. So tell me how you apply legally.
I don't know, because I'm not an asylum seeker.
But you're so certain that they're both...
Yeah, but exactly. You've got really strong opinions, and yet you don't even know the basics of the topic. All conservatism boils down to hatred and ignorance. It's just hatred and ignorance. It's just a child's reaction to a situation they don't understand that scares them. And they don't seek to find understanding. They don't want to learn about anything or find answers. They just want to express anger. It's fucking grotesque.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Much love, Belter.
Victory is ours.
Welcome to the Kevolution.
Bogus. You're so certain that they're fraudulent. You're so certain that they've got loads and loads of other choices. And I ask you what those choices are, and you say...
Well, what are the statistics for the amount of illegal immigrants that have come over here this
I told
year?
you. That the rough average is between 70 and 80% of applications processed will be found to be valid.
That's too much, you know.
What do you mean that's too much? That's counting. That is saying, are you a genuine refugee? And the answer, after very, very stringent testing now, as a consequence of the political environment that you're...
Oh, really, Miss Hyle? That's interesting. Okay. Well, thankfully you didn't die then. Good.
a part of.
Well, thankfully you weren't on that one anyway. Whatever. You get the idea.
The answer comes back, yes, you are a genuine refugee.
Yeah, I don't know. All I'm saying is, you know, you're spreading misinformation.
What
saying
misinformation?
The misinformation that everyone that's against illegal immigration is just racist.
Just run me by when I said that.
Earlier, you're constantly just saying,
no, tell me what I said.
Again, it's wanting to play the victim. He needs James O'Brien, or indeed any of his interlocutors, to be the straw man who said every single person is a racist, which would be a ridiculous thing to say. How can they possibly be? How can it possibly be that every single one of them is like a Nazi? I'm sure there are some concerned citizens, etc. And by the way, there are reasons to be concerned. Knife crime is a fucking problem. Immigration is a situation that needs to be dealt with. Yes, these are all absolutely true things. But I'm not sure how looting the fucking Lush or Greggs really helps here, if I'm honest with you. I'm not sure that's going to protect many kids.
Fascists.
Yeah, the rioters.
You know, the
I'm talking about the rioters and the people that have
riots.
incited them. I'm against illegal immigration. I think that when people's applications are found to not be valid, they should be removed from the country. So what's the misinformation
So you're
then?
for the Rwanda bill then?
No, those are people whose applications were found.
Oh God, these people are so stupid. The entire Rwanda scheme was people who had been found to have a legitimate claim to have been processed and then sent to Rwanda. That was illegal immigrants wouldn't have been sent to Rwanda. Even supporters of it don't know what the fuck it was. They're just idiots. It's just fury. It's just incoherent babbling. Fucking daft cunts, man. And his vote means just as much as mine does. And it makes me very upset. It makes me very upset that people this ignorant are the ones... Literally, Tory party immigration policy was aimed at this dickhead and his friends. It was aimed at these fucking ignorant cunts. By the way, if Half-Life's still watching, I meant that in a very harsh way. Cunt is, again, a very versatile and nuanced word here, in a way that it might not be in the United States, but on that occasion I meant it in a very harsh way.
And to be valid would have been sent to Rwanda or forced to stay in Rwanda.
Send these illegal immigrants? You're saying you want them out the country. Where are we sending them?
But it doesn't matter, does it? You send them back to their country of origin because they will be safe there.
Are we doing that?
Well, we'd like
to. Hey, hello,
to.
Half-Life.
But we can't because
we're
because the backlog of applications that haven't been processed as a consequence of conservative policy designed to appease people like the rioters and shall we say their fellow travellers has caused a bottleneck that Keir Starmer now has to sort out. So everything
and the right-wing media dickheads going on about, and again I'm loath to give Keir Starmer even a tiny percentage of credit for anything, but like he's now started the process of processing these people, right? He started actually trying to get the immigration system working again, whether in a good way or whatever, we'll have to wait and see. But actually just having a process where a person can apply, they get processed and then it gets dealt with, right? That there needs to be some kind of system in place, and he started to do that. And so the right wing are like, 100,000 gazillion migrants are going to be accepted in. Motherfucker, that's the backlog. That's what the Tories left him with. They have to be fucking processed, otherwise they're just going to stay in hotels forever. And well, the guy at the start was literally moaning about us having to spend £6 million a day on hotels. The only way you stop that is if you fucking process the people. And then they're not staying in hotels anymore. We didn't have a hotel problem until the Tories fucked it up. Oh. How long would it take to fix the fucked up backlog? I honestly don't know. I will at least give them to the end of this year and then reanalyse the situation, I think. I think you do have to give them a few months to, like, try and get that shit sorted. Look, I'm not an expert in terms of the practicalities of bureaucracy, but I'll give them a few months' grace to, like, get it back running again. Do you know what I mean? And if at that point they're still fucking it up, then I'll absolutely criticise that. But you've got to give a new government, I think, a little bit of space, especially with the backlog they were given. Look at the state of the fucking prisons as well. Honestly, the Tories handed over a flaming bag of shit and just went, deal with that then, dickheads. They went full scorched earth with this shit. It's in a fucking right state. Everything. Hello, rebranded ham.
We got him. Victory is ours.
Yeah, no, you're quite right, rebranded ham. Yeah, he's a fucking gobshite. Anyone who supports Tommy Robinson is either a fucking idiot or a hateful bigot or both. Quite a few are both, to be fair.
So, and just before you go, Tell me what I've said that's not true.
Well, saying that Tommy Robinson's inciting violence while these riots.
So why did he lie about? Why did he lie about a Muslim asylum seeker?
Not the start.
That was that's how the riots started, Aaron.
That's literally how the riot started. We literally had the fucking Southport councillor on, Sean Halsall, who everyone should go and follow, by the way, good lad. Yeah, it's the lies about the guy being a Muslim that led to all of this in the first place. Literally, I said, didn't I? The right wing, again, this is the perfect example of the right wing just not giving a fuck about what truth is. Couldn't give a shit, right? They've spent the last couple of weeks moaning about an Islamic migrant who wasn't a Muslim or a migrant, and a male boxer who wasn't male. Like, motherfucker, you don't care about the truth. It's literally all about the feels. It's all about the feels. Fucking idiots. By the way, good luck to Amani Khalif. She's going for gold, I think, tomorrow or the day after. And I hope she wins. And I hope she sends out a fucking big tweet with a smiling face that says, fuck you, JK on it or something, you know? Fucking wild shit. Anyway. Also, yeah, Tommy Robinson has called for violence, so, like, this guy's just full of shit. It's, yeah, obviously.
Based on that racist lie, which he was one of the main architects of. Can I just clarify one thing?
Yep.
You were wrong about what immigration is. You were wrong about what illegal immigration is. You were wrong about incitement. You were wrong about what Tommy Robinson has and hasn't done. You were wrong about the rioters. You were wrong about my position. You were wrong about misinformation. Every single thing you've said in the last 20 minutes has been utterly unevidenced and wrong. But when we bid each other farewell, in my case, and I'm sure in yours politely, you'll still believe every single thing you believed when you rang me, won't you?
Because I see it with my own eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were wrong about everything. And you won't change your opinion. So literally, what's the point of even engaging with you? You're a fucking absolute munter.
Like, the two-tier policing. Yeah. You know, you can't tell me that doesn't exist and it's a myth. We all see it.
It does exist. Yeah, no, you know what? He's absolutely right. It does exist. But in the exact opposite way round that he thinks. Because if you look at the sentences that are being handed out to these violent fucking lunatics, where's the one? Hang on a minute, where are we? There was a guy sent down for, was it 2 years or something? Where are we? Oh, here we go. Right, so this guy who, look, don't be distracted by the fact that he's got absolutely beautiful eyes, because he does. Let's not bury that lead, okay? The man has twinkling eyes and they pop, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? He has been jailed for 2 months. 2 months for damaging, what was it? So criminal damage. Criminal damage. During the London riots, the woman who stole £3.50, so that's about what, $4 or $5 worth of water, was given oh no, fuck off. What the fucking Christ almighty. Anyway, she stole £3.50's worth of water from a supermarket, which is bad, you shouldn't do that. And she was given 6 months. He got 2 months for criminal damage. She got 6 months for bottled water. Like, what the fuck? Don't do that. The fuck? Like, literally, the fucking Just Stop Oil protesters got 5 years for planning to block traffic. 5 years. They don't send rapists to prison for 5 fucking years. And yet this little fucking twink piece of shit only got 2 months. Fuck off. So yeah, there is a 2-tier prison system. It's just... Oh, sorry, 2-tier policing system. It's the opposite way round to the way you think it works. Because you're victim playing little fucking babies. Fuck you.
It last night.
Right.
You know, we all see it. There was thousands, hundreds of Muslims and...
Yeah, thank you, Elliot. Yeah, this meme is ever present, yeah. You're far left. Yes. You're far right. No, I'm just a classical liberal. Yeah.
Lots of other
How many hotels
Asians
did they set fire to?
Out on the street.
How many hotels
None,
did
but they raided pubs.
How many hotels did they set fire to? How many shops How many shops did they loot?
They raided pubs and took out white people and racially attacked them.
No. Right, okay. Right. This needs to be fucking quashed. This needs to be quashed now, right? There was a particular fight outside of a pub in Birmingham the other day, right? It looked bad. There were a large group of Muslim lads and blah, 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 blah. Okay? One white person got attacked. Not ideal. But what must be borne in mind, right? And literally Elon Musk tweeted out about this. This is literally the pub in Birmingham I'm referring to. And I definitely bookmarked the owner of the pub saying that the white guy has been banned because the white guy was the one who instigated it. Where is it? Oh, this one's funny as well. Boop. Boing! Don't get up in the police's face and you won't get fucking hit. Like, just, you fucking fascist idiots. I'm not a massive fan of police violence, but like, if you're going to get up in people's faces, you're going to get fucked up. Where's the thing? Where's the fucking... I bookmarked it. Anyway, this is the actual thing that took place, right? One white guy got battered, and he did get beaten up quite badly. But he was the one that fucking instigated. Oh, I can't find the fucking thing now. Oh, fuck's sake. Birmingham pub owner. No, obviously not. Yeah, so look, they sorted it out. Not a problem, right? Muslim community leaders went there. The owner of the pub said it was all fine. Here we go. Right. So, he's barred. Says the manager of the Birmingham pub to the man who was attacked here yesterday. Linda Ward said that the man had goaded his attackers. He's understood he used offensive language as Asian men walked past who then beat him up. I understand he has visited a hospital since the attack. So, like, yeah, a white guy racially abused some Asian lads and got battered. I'm sorry. I fail to see that that's the worst end result for him. Look, I'm not going to get too upset. I'm not going to lose any sleep for the guy. He's a bell piece. He's lucky he didn't get fucking knifed up. Again, I'm not suggesting you should go around knifing people. Obviously, that would be bad. I'm just saying, if you racially abuse people, the chances of you getting stabbed are significantly higher. Okay? That's just a fact. I'm just reporting a reality of the world. Fucking idiots.
You saw this on social media?
Yeah.
Which you said 15 minutes ago was the biggest problem in spreading lies and misinformation.
Well, it's not a lie if it's there in front of you. You know, it's just the media.
Like the tweet about the Muslim asylum seeker killing those 3 little girls. It's not a lie because it was there in front of you.
Well, no, because this is a video right there in Birmingham,
right.
And you can see Scott
of a guy fucking around and finding out. Yeah. Like yeah. You realise that the finding out bit is the issue there, right? Like, If he didn't fuck around, he probably wouldn't have had to find out. Because you'll notice, no one else in that pub got battered. Like, if the Asian lads were all marauding fucking lunatics, they would have gone into the pub and smashed the place up, wouldn't they? And fucking started stabbing up white people. That's what they would have done. But they didn't. One white guy started some shit, got his shit pushed in, and then they left. And then the Muslim community leaders went there and, like, apologised to the owner and blah blah blah. Like, the white guy was the fucking problem. There were a huge number of Asian lads, and the one white guy was the one that started some shit. The fuck? Guy was lucky that he fucking walked away from the situation. Jesus Christ. They showed some fucking crazy restraint, man. Fucking hell.
News was there.
I saw
they
that
had
video.
to retreat.
I saw that video. They didn't have to retreat.
Did you see the police in that video?
Okay. So, no hotels set on fire, no shops looted, no police attacked, but it's two-tier policing, because the people who are looting shops, the people who are setting fire to hotels, the people who are throwing bricks at the police, they're getting collared, and the people who aren't doing any of those things aren't getting collared, therefore there must be two-tier policing.
Well, did you see it last night? There wasn't any police on that news report.
Well, how can there be two-tier policing if there aren't any police there, Aaron? It's 10:38.
How can there be two-tier policing if there isn't any police? It's such a good question. Fucking love it. You gotta give it to him. James O'Brien's he's a good communicator. He's a liberal twat, we know that, but he's not a bad chappy chap in some respects, you know. I'd rather have him on the generally good side than the generally shite side, you know. Anyway, do you think it's over now? No. You really do have to wait for the weekend. The weekend, if it's going to kick off again, the weekend is when it'll be. So I hope the anti-fascists, and I will definitely be turning up. There's an anti-fascist rally in Birmingham at the weekend. I'll be turning up for that. No, I will not be doing any public meetups. I will be covering my fucking face. Yeah, so, but anti-fascists need to turn up everywhere for the weekend, because they'll be, like, the fascists will try some shit, because this is their big opportunity for the fucking race war. So they need to get told, that's not going to play, lads. We're not going to fucking have that shit. Okay? Anyway, so who shall I send everyone over to? Thank you everyone who raided in, and the new people and incredibly generous motherfuckers who donated and all the rest of it. You're all awesome bods. Let's have a look on the old YouTubes. Customization, redirect. Who is going live? The Young Turks. Get wrecked. Oh wow, there is nobody, basically. There's the Young Turks, there's a gaming channel, and there's no comment chick. So like, I'm not going to any of those fucks. That's not happening. So you know what, on YouTube, go wherever the fuck you like. There's nowhere to be sending you. I apologise profusely in advance. Thank you, Rohak, for gifting a sub to Inky Black. Much love. No, I'm not sending you to the Young Turks. It's not happening. I'm not fucking doing it. The Young Turfs can actually get wrecked. Shall I send you over to Hildebeest on Twitch? Okay. As someone suggested it, go and say hello to Hildebeest. I don't know what they're up to, but they're a good person, so go and say hello. I will see you tomorrow, because it is technically just before midnight, and I will see you yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, and there'll be more about fucking race riots and stuff. Is Rudy Giuliani live on YouTube? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know why that's relevant to anything, but much love. Right. Everyone, stay beautiful. You're all fucking awesome people. Much love to you. Go and say hello to Hildebeest, and I will check you all out tomorrow. No pass around.